me up, hold me down, keep me close, safe and sound. Drowning in an endless sea. Take some time and stay with me. Keep me in the strength of your arms. Keep me safe, safe and sound. Get me up, hold me down, keep me safe,
Not me.
safe and sound.
Yo, what is going on, people? What is up? Welcome back to another episode of the O.O.C. Got the usual suspects in the house. Roberto is here. JG is here. What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Salute.
What
salute.
up? What up?
Absolutely,
2
man.
times a lady.
100%. What you sipping on there, brother?
Some unfinished vino. I thought I, kill the bottles that are left.
I got you. I should have had a little drink tonight. Maybe I'll pop one up in a minute. You know what I mean? I'll
It's
drink
almost
with
become
you.
routine.
Yeah. And you coming in late is beginning to be a routine as well, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker sending me a text at 9 o'clock. He's like, yeah, I'm getting my groove on. I'm like, really? Now? All right, no worries.
I could show you the text. He said, okay.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not gonna. What the fuck, Roberto, man? What you doing, man? You need
Yo.
to get in it.
For whatever reason, when 8 o'clock reaches, I'm like, yo, I have time. I eat a little food,
Mm-hmm.
put my shit away so to hear why you leave the kitchen like that and shit, I look, holy fuck, 10 to 9. What happened?
Like, fuck, I didn't even blaze yet, you know?
It's not even, you know what I mean? It's not like I watched football and time flew by and I was like, oh, I didn't do anything, dog. So that means the show means a lot,
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Keely, Chow, and Basil, what's up, guys? How you doing? Thanks for popping in, man.
What up?
I think we actually have a pretty good show tonight. You know what I mean? We got some few things to talk about. As you see, I was looking for some things because there's really not much going on right now. But I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to talk about, because I talked about it a little bit on Chill Stream. We're going to talk about it a little bit tonight. Russell Brand and what he's going through. But I put versus Jonathan Majors because I want to talk about the differences, right?
Mhm.
And we'll get into that. Also, for whatever reason, I just had this question, and I'm like, do people value money over integrity? We're going to break that down a little bit, discuss some of that. I believe they do. And then, well, Roberto has a rant, and we're going to get into that. I don't know if you want to start off with that, Roberto. It's up to you,
I
brother.
could hold up. That fire is lit. But, I was thinking of, adding something to the show.
Go ahead.
Because I remember you used to, once upon a time, come with a boom beat. I think you did it for 2-3 shows, and then it just poof, disappeared. So I feel like each week one of us should bring a beat that we feel is a boom beat. Either made it or will make it. And, we make a decision whether we think it will or not.
Yeah, it works for me.
And another thing I want to add based on that contest we had last week, I like to have fucme top R&B singer.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I was
top R&B group.
Bro, me and Danny were just talking about that last night because Danny was like, you should do like a best duos. And I was like, yeah, that works too. And then I was thinking best R&B too. But I'm like, when it comes to the number one, I know me personally.
We're going to be all over the map. I know we're going to be all over the map because each night touched each of us in a different way, right?
Yeah, but my number one is going to be controversial.
I know it is. I can figure it is already.
Would solo artists be one group and
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because I got
yeah.
one that's technically not R&B, but they kind of are, but wrote for a lot of R&B singers.
I got you.
It's a group.
Well, that's why I said we have R&B singer and R&B group, because I think there's enough of both to keep us doing some fucking homework. Because I've been thinking about this for a couple of days, I won't lie, and I'm like, still, what? Who am I gonna put?
Well, for me, I loved my hip hop, right? But as I got older, R&B became my shit. You know what I mean? And that's what I used to listen to a lot. So yeah, it's gonna be hard for me to even make a list, right? Because if we do it like we did last time, where we do top males and top females, might be a little bit easier. But if we're adding like females, like if just do a top 10 with females in that list as well, yeah, that is going to be hard because there's a lot of females that
Yes.
I like, man.
We believe in equality. That's how we roll here. So we put Missy Elliott. Actually, we did our female thing.
Yeah, we did. We did.
I think we
We
should do
did.
it because, in all honesty, Missy might have made my top 10.
What do you mean?
If we put
Oh.
women and men together,
Oh, I got you. I
Oh,
got you.
yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you right off the bat now, there's no even ifs or is about it. Sade is making my
Oh,
you know.
Oh,
see, that's
yeah.
that's the problem, right? There is Sade 100%. Alicia Keys, like she is like one of the top to me. Mary
Yeah.
J. Blige, Tony Braxton. Oh my God, Keisha Cole. Oh Lord, it's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be very tough.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. You think
But
the males? Yeah.
Yeah, I could pretty much tell you, my top 3 women,
Right away?
but we have to wait and see.
Yeah. Don't give it up now. We'll definitely set that up because I said at least I want to do it like, what up, Danny? What's going on? I'm saying I wanted to do it at least maybe once a month. We do one of those streams where we do a ranking or something like that. I think that
Okay.
works out. You know what I mean?
Mhm. What up,
Especially,
Dewan? Jack's Law.
what up, Dewan? What up, Jack Sly? I didn't even say hi to you guys. What's up, guys? Thank you for popping in. So we'll start off with my first question that I had, which was, do we value money over integrity? And the reason, so I know JG has been extremely honest when it came to certain situations, right? So,
Yeah.
like, for example, none of us here are homosexual. But the question was asked
Oh,
before.
Danny said send him a link.
You want the link, Danny? Sure. But the question was asked before, like, if someone offered you $1 million, would you, suck on a knob? Right?
Who asked that fuck? Anyways.
But JG,
Okay, go ahead.
what's your answer on that one, JG?
For $1 million?
Yes.
You gotta go up a little bit, brother. Yeah, go up a
Okay.
little bit.
I
I will think about it. Because they got family, got bills, stuff you gotta pay for.
Right.
Hey,
So that's why I asked the question, right? Because you said $1 million. You said no, you got to go up a little bit more. So that means there's a price.
Oh, hell yeah.
But you are not homosexual.
At all.
So you value money over your integrity.
See, that's kind of broad, right? Because it's situational. It's situational, right? You give me a certain situation, some stuff, you'll be shocked that I say I wouldn't do it for the money, right? This situation, $1 million, that can go like in a day. That's $1 million, nothing like it used to be.
So let me ask you, Roberto. Yeah. Oh, go ahead, JD. No, finish your statement.
Now, you give me about 30, 40, 50 million. Oh, yeah, my antenna's going to go up like, you know what? Bring that shit over here, boy. Bring it over here. Let's go. Let's get it over with.
Okay. So now, what up? Danny's here. Just let me bring him in. What up, Danny? Thanks for coming in. How you doing?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Doing good.
Good.
And Loki is in the house. So we just got into this topic here. Excellent. You guys just popped in at the right time. So I talked about
what's going on, fellas.
What's up, man? How you doing? So I was saying my question was money over integrity, right? And I pretty much say most people value money over integrity. How much money? Because we've had this discussion before. JG said he would, suck a knob for a certain amount of money, right? So I've said a million. He said no. You
What?
gotta. He said you gotta bring it up
Don't
more,
judge me.
right?
Don't
I
judge
can,
me,
I can
David. I
answer
would
this
do it.
question honestly.
All right, Danny. I want to hear your answer.
I'm not sucking nothing, and I'm not taking up my butt for no amount of money.
What?
Okay, so Danny said no
Nadia,
amount of
salute,
money
sister. How you doing,
whatsoever. What's up, Nadia? How you
What's
doing?
up,
Said
Nadia?
you tripping, right?
What up?
Thank you for
Nah,
popping
as
in.
soon as I heard the question, I was like, I gotta get on, cause
What?
So if somebody offered you $1 billion tax free in your bank
See,
account to suck a dick, you wouldn't do it.
You see,
Shit.
this is what I asked, right? Because I say we gotta be honest with ourselves, okay? And I say no, but let's say he came with $1 billion in cash, and I'm not even gonna say a billion, $50 million in cash on the table right then and there. Just you and that person, no one will ever know.
You'd have to surprise me with that question, because if I knew I was going for that question, you'd be bringing that money for nothing.
my thing. What's so bad
I
about
don't
sucking
think
a
I can
dick? You
feel-
suck a
Well,
dick
you're on
once.
the opposite end. I'm sorry, I can't.
But if you suck a dick once, does it make you gay? Just because
You know
do it
what?
once?
Yeah.
But
We'll ask other question.
Did you
would
see
you
the
lick
question?
a kitty cat for $1 billion? Hell yeah. I do
Yes,
it for-
because I'm bi.
I'm not saying
Yes.
you. I'm saying he
I
asked
do
us
it for
that.
free.
I do it for $100.
I'm bi. Like
I do it for free. What the hell you
Exactly.
Hey, you gotta pay me. I do it.
There's certain
Please
things
pass
that
the mic.
you just won't do.
I'm with Roberto.
There's certain
No,
things you won't do. And I believe like this, Nadia, to each his own. I ain't judging JG. I might even hit him up for a little loan or something, But
I do
What?
that.
I
I
got you.
do
homie.
that.
I got you.
I
This is
do
a
that.
man, Buddha. A man.
I'll be like that.
but my
But-
thing is like the whole social construct of being gay. It annoys the fuck out of me because I can proudly be like, even if I wasn't bi, if I be like, oh, I ate cat one time, nobody will blink an eye, nobody gives a fuck. But as soon as a nigga be like, I sucked a dick one time, or I let a dude suck my dick one time, that does not make you gay. That just you just experimented one time. Whether or not you liked it, and whether or not you continue to partake in that activity, is what makes you gay.
It
You
will
can get
always
your
be
dick
different
sucked.
for a woman. It's going to always
Why? Why? Because society says so. It's not different. If you try sex with a man one time, that does not make you gay. That makes you experimented. If you didn't like it, you didn't like it. Girls eat each other pussy all the time and keep going about their life, and they don't claim gay at all.
Hold on. My argument is, if a man wants to try it, okay, go ahead and try it. But why does the man who doesn't want to try it have to justify the whole gay issue?
Thank you, sir.
With me, it's just I don't want to do it, and I don't think
That's
I really
fine.
need it. Yeah, that's it. Has nothing to do with me being paranoid of being gay, because I'm strong in who I am.
So
I appreciate the situation I'm in, and if somebody else would do it, teach their own.
So here's the question, because I got to push back a little bit on you there, Nadia. You said if a man got his dick sucked by another man one time, that doesn't make him gay. But what makes him want to get his dick sucked by that man, right? There has to be some sort of maybe attraction or something there to be like, oh yeah, hey, let this guy.
Boredom.
Okay, that's what. Yeah, boredom.
I've never been that sexually boredom in my life.
So, drugs were involved.
Negative.
Nope.
I mean, see, this is my thing because I don't know if y'all watch Insecure, but it was an episode
Yeah, I
of
watched
Insecure. Yeah, it was that
I remember
episode
that
where what was her name? Molly. She was dating
Yeah.
that dude, and they were talking about their wild, crazy college days, and she was like, yeah, experiment with a girl one time, and he was like, oh, yeah, me too. And he was like, what you mean, me too? He was like, I got my dick sucked by a dude, and that was it. And I'm just like, for me, she already freaked out. I'm like, I got questions, because like, what made you get that done? Did you like it? Did you come? Blah blah blah. I got questions because then I'm like, well, are you bi? Because I don't have a problem with that. But like, my thing is, if you feel like you want to experiment, men should be able to experiment and not have that label as gay. And anybody that wants to label a man gay just because they do it one time and maybe you don't like it, or maybe you don't like it in the middle of it, you be like, stop, or you know what I mean? Like, it's lots of things. If everything is consensual and everyone is of age, then what the fuck is the problem?
I look at it like drunk driving.
What?
You get caught once.
Explain.
You get caught once. You're a drunk driver your whole life.
And I hate that stigma. I hate that stigma for men because I feel like a lot of men.
But
the reason why
this is how we live.
that's society. But society's upholding this. There's no fucking thing in nature that says that this shouldn't be this way. It's people in society that want to make these rules and dictate it for men to not be able to experience their sexuality.
But how about if I come
in
with
the
this?
spectrum.
You guys are trying to change it because I've been going through this my whole life. You know, like I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I was raised like this my whole life. I am grounded enough to say that, okay, this is the way it is now. My kids make sure I know this is the way it is now, and I accept it. But for people to determine, because my answer is different than theirs, that I have to defend it all the time, like, it gets kind of annoying. Not to say with you, Nadia, but you feel what I'm saying, though? Because if me and Danny are more or less the outcasts if the panel wants to get involved, because we're the ones that are like, nope.
That's
fine. Why not? Why not?
I'm about to say Loki is not getting in that shit.
Hey, I'm doing it. I don't care what anybody says. I'm doing it.
I gotta get on camera. Wait a minute.
And see, I can respect that if that's how you feel, but don't like. My thing is, I know people that would like judge other people and be like, he let it. Why would you do that? It's not enough. I get it. It's not enough money in the world for me to do certain shit. Cause like I'm not about to like if people be like pick a kid, you gotta kill one, but you get money for I'm not. What the hell? You know what I mean? That's not some shit I would get into. You know, but like I mean I know that's extreme. I always go to the extreme, but like
it is. Because I was gonna say, so is there a price? Right? Let's just take the dick sucking off the table. No, let's take let's take the dick sucking off the table. Let's just say something, and I don't know like everybody here, so you know we all have our integrity, but something that you had to do that would kind of compromise that for money.
I used to get up and go work in a factory every day. That was a
oh, I did factory work too. I hated that shit too.
God damn.
That's what
some of us niggas still getting up going to the factory.
So here's another question. Does it depend on your situation? Let's say you are broke as fuck, right? Can barely feed your kid. And now you have this opportunity to get $1 billion for doing something that you don't want to do.
I think if it doesn't violate your moral fiber or your moral belief, then it's okay. But if you have morals and you stick to those morals, then you're not going to do it. You're going to find another way. And coming from a spiritual point of view, God does things to test people and to teach people. So he's going to put you through all kind of stuff. If I give you an example, Job. Job was rich, wife, kids, balling. Devil tempted Job. God said, go right ahead, tempt him. And Job withstood all that stuff. He lost his wife, he lost his health, he lost his riches, he lost all that, but he withstood, and God not only replenished him, he doubled what he lost. So if you're a believer, now if you're not a believer, I don't know, but I know for a fact that God does two things to everybody, believers and non-believers. He tests them and he teach them, and he tests them and teach them by putting them through the extreme hardships in life. So it depends on your moral fiber. If you just not gonna do something, I don't think there's a price tag on it. But if it's something that you feel compromised in, like say for instance, I can't stand Dallas Cowboys. But if I had to support Dallas Cowboys to save my family, I'd be wearing the shirt. I'd be going to the stadium. I'd be praising Jerry Jones, that kind of stuff. Because that's something that ain't against my morals. It's something I strongly dislike. But say for instance, I can't compromise. I've got to have somebody put something up. Man, no, I'm not going to do that. I don't care. We just going to have to get on welfare, do whatever we're going to do, pick up cans, whatever. I'm just not going to do that.
I got
I
you.
like what you're saying
So
about that though, because it could be the same perspective of being in situations like you said with kids, where you done got to them desperate moments, and the same thing you saying as far as saying would I do what you saying I would do? No, it'd be the same thing as saying would I go out here and sell drugs or whatever. You done had a bunch of those opportunities where I've been like, okay, look, I can't go do this. I can go make this move right quick and shit could just be boom, we good. I ain't got to worry about nothing for a good month. But I know what's gonna come with that situation if I do that.
yeah, no, I get you. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying because I know there's like me, Roberto. We know a few guys out there that were doing their thing and selling their stuff, right? And I mean, I always thought of it as that's not me. You know what I mean? Like that was my
yep.
and I used to roll with a dude every day and he was out there hustling. But for me to ever do it, I'm just like, no, I can't do that, right? That's not me. It's not in me, right?
Well, if truth be told, when I first met Nzo, I was like, this Negro here is a drug dealer. Once I got to know him, then I found out. But at first, I was like, man, this bad boy don't go to work. He stay up all times of night. He getting every PlayStation game out. He
Hey,
rocking with a whole room of Jordans. I said, man, I said, baby, I met this cool
cross
dude
the
on
border,
YouTube, man. But that brother boy, he is straight up
he
Nino
moved.
Brown, buddy. He said, really?
Nigga don't play. He don't play the couple of
Pushing
exclusive
that work.
games. I'm like, don't that shit come in like 3 weeks? How is he on this shit already? All right.
Danny messaged me one time. He's like, "Yeah, man, I really thought you were like Nino Brown." Like, nah, bro. Mm-mm. Nah,
Oh,
you know. But that's what I'm saying. So for me, I feel like, there are some things that I wouldn't do, and I know as much as I would hate losing that type of money, right? It's like you said, it's not in the
How you
cards,
gonna do
man.
something that you morally against? I don't mean to
$1 billion.
interrupt you, and you don't feel like yourself.
Well, you guys
I
PTSD.
understand.
just
See,
couldn't do that.
People doing
it's
in the
all
music industry all the time.
exactly.
Okay,
It's always it's
I
different
can
when
I can
it's
speak for them.
situated.
I can't speak. I can speak for me. I can't speak for them. I mean, and some people they like kicking themselves in the butt. And I give example TLC. They was the hottest thing on the radio for 1 minute and ain't had nothing. They ain't had a pot to piss in and when to throw it out
Facts.
because they did stupid stuff and was taken advantage of.
Well, they were young
So
though.
I
They
know.
was
I'm just
young.
Young
saying.
They
and
was
I'm
they
just giving an
understand.
example of
Yeah.
yeah. You think you're doing that, but if you don't read the fine print, if you don't know what you're doing, you get taken advantage of. But if you don't get in that situation at all, you can't get taken advantage of. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah. I feel
Well, the
Well,
biggest problem with artists is their lawyers are hired by the record company. So
Hmm.
then the lawyers that read over the contracts for them are hired by the record company. So the lawyers are just like, yeah, the contract fine, just sign it.
Shout
It's
out
Yeah.
all
Ice
dirty.
Cube.
Yeah. Look at T Pain.
But oh yeah,
T Pain
go
said, "Man,
ahead.
I didn't know. I thought that I keep making this money. I didn't know about points. I didn't know about
Hmm.
this. I
Hmm.
didn't know about that."
Hmm.
I heard him recently talking
Absolutely.
about him not making money from like some certain songs like Stripper or Buy Me a
Hmm.
Drink, getting a lot of
Hmm.
residuals. Yeah.
But you see, here's the thing though, and like Nadia said though, a lot of these artists though will sell their soul for that money. You know what I mean?
Well, that
Will sell
fame.
their soul to be on
Metaphorically.
top. Yeah,
Man,
absolutely. To be on top.
what
You
you
know what
just
I
talking
mean?
about, Enzo, though, as far as would you do this in the third for $1 billion, it's a whole bunch of them artists or even Hollywood people that's undone for less.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Way less.
Yep.
100%.
hmm
100%.
Fame, notoriety, clout, and a mention. That's what the fuck they done done
Hmm.
it for.
100%. I think we
I,
showed
I
the
need money.
video the other day where he was saying that artists get paid more for talking junk on records and stuff, you know what I mean? For being that gangster rapper or whatever, talking about money and shooting people. They get paid more for doing stuff like that than the righteous rapping, and that's what they're promoting. And these guys are doing it, right? So it does have to start with them too. Like they have to be like, nah, I'm not gonna do that anymore. But the money gets in their head, man, and
But I think now that social media is helping these rappers now because they ain't got to go through the labels. They can do this stuff right
hmm
from their studios straight to whatever these streaming services are. They can do it, Litify, and all this other kind of crazy stuff. Spotify rather, and then 'cause I think Coach Contra boy, them cats gonna be. I could be wrong, Well, based on what I've seen, them cats they gonna be all right. I think they. I don't
Nah,
think
but they still gotta get an understanding of the streaming business too, because it's getting cheated on that streaming shit.
Yeah.
Well, you would think by now they would have blown up, right? I remember I played this girl on this show,
they on
Indigo.
tour and stuff. But I don't think.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
But that you don't hear them in the mainstream.
But
You know what I mean?
that's where a lot of people getting their money from. Like New Edition. I know we all know them. Yeah, I've heard them say that in several interviews. They're making their money touring. They getting what $50,000-$60,000 probably a show. Well, probably more than that. I don't know what they're getting, but them cats, the record labels screwed them dramatically. But now I heard Ralph Tresvant, I heard Bobby Brown. That's why Bobby Brown out there looking like me, trying to dance and all that kind of stuff. And no, he need an oxygen tank, but he getting that touring money.
Yeah.
Well, listen. When you get to that, where you're not relevant making music and stuff, that's the way you're gonna make your money is by doing tour, right? 50 Cent made his
Especially
money
if you
by
don't
doing
own
that
the rights
tour.
to your music.
Absolutely. So you got to do the tours to make that money, man. But I just find that we as Black people have to be more. We have to recognize the stuff that they're doing, like in
Stop being
Hollywood and stuff,
desperate.
for money. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like really and truly, we got to stop doing that.
Well, them
because
circumstances be different though, especially
Yeah.
when you got like you go
Yeah.
here and be
No,
this so I can take care of my family.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
I
tell you
know,
that-
I get it. Hmm.
And like the
I get it,
ghetto,
but all money ain't good money. Like,
I agree, but like
and everything
somebody
comes
got
with a
kids.
price.
You
I
might be
get
somebody
that.
taking care of your parents. You might be taking care of like everybody.
Yeah,
Like,
but
this is
But
how
it
you
depends
raise
on
it.
what are you
all that.
sacrificing for that though?
That's true.
To what sacrifice?
But it depends on that moment. Like where are we at in the position where we at right now, where I can make a difference right now for everybody.
But we just be doing shit in a moment. You gotta think about long how this is what a lot of people like fail to realize how much
Y'all I get what you say, but I'm yeah.
as the shit you say on the internet, the shit you present, the shit you type 3 years ago, 8 years ago, people will go through your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, and find all your shit, screenshot it. You know what I mean? Like this, you got to be careful about what you putting out there, and especially when you taking deals that's against your morals and against your integrity, because like it ain't even got to be nothing sexual, because it could be just as much as like, hey, any of y'all want to wear a dress?
Yeah, absolutely,
Right.
100%.
And
Danny,
I
you were
mean,
gonna
there's
say
nothing
something?
wrong with a man wearing a dress, but is that against your
Yes.
morals?
Well,
Does
you
that
saying
Yeah,
these
represent
things
you?
from the perspective of a man. How you know that? I can't talk from the perspective of a woman.
No,
What did they?
I get what you're saying. I get what you're
Yeah.
saying. Especially
No,
think
but-
about like shit like Martin. Sinead,
Yeah, but-
shit like that, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
So that's why I say, because we brought up we showed Jonathan Majors one time in his photo shoot where he's wearing like this. It was kind of girly, but it wasn't like a
It
dress or
was.
anything.
It was
Right. So
What was
my
a blouse
thing
or
is,
something?
it was like a fur pink
Pink
blouse,
Oh,
fluffy.
Yeah, with
That's
no
a
fluffy
shirt.
thing.
Had some
We grew
Yeah.
up on
Oh,
Cameron wearing
do
pink.
people watch? That's what I'm about to say.
Pink,
No.
pink
Killer
polo,
season?
pink
But no, I
t-shirt, pink fluff.
Right.
So-
It was like some fluffy, like,
Cameron
you know
had
what I
on
mean?
pink fur,
Yeah,
But my but
Cameron
he had-
wear pink all
but
the
here-
damn time.
right, but here's my point.
pink
though,
Range
like,
Rover.
you watch Jonathan Majors.
real.
But
It's real
here's yeah, I know, but here's my thing though, right? You watch Jonathan Majors like on his social media and all stuff. You don't see him dressing like that. Even when he's going to Oscar events, you don't see him dressing like that. So for me, it's like he goes to a photo shoot and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna put you in this and that, and that, and that."
It's not
blah,
even
blah,
a
blah.
photo. It was an image or a picture of showcasing the next great, and they put him in pink and fluff.
Right.
Why can't they put him in a boom fucking suit, GQ?
Right,
And,
exactly.
Say, yeah, this is how we roll. No,
He agreed to that
Exactly.
though.
Because they might
Well,
He did it.
they might
He
have
did
a lot of
it.
zeros. They might have had a lot of zeros behind that. And that might
yes,
be,
Danny, we know there's a lot of zeros, and there's probably a threat of your career being ruined as well, right?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
want
100%.
to go that route. I was saying that he probably dressing like that. Maybe it's not against his morals, but I think it was. And this is what I'm being told. I've never seen a Denzel Washington movie where he had like a sex scene or anything other than Ricochet, and that really wasn't a sex scene, so to speak, because he don't allow that. I don't think I never seen him really kiss anybody.
Devil in the blue dress. You ain't seen it?
He was a sex scene in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
What's the one? The
I
one where
stand.
he like
I
a
stand
horn
corrected.
player?
The one where he's a horn player and he's digging out the two girls.
Yeah,
I
see, I
He got
remember
some
that.
joints.
No, see what Danny,
But
what
that
they're
was
talking
early in his
about.
career.
Yeah, but no, but what Danny is talking about is that he said he would never kiss a white woman on screen, and that's what he has never done. Right?
Oh,
Hey,
Did he do that in
Yeah.
Ricochet or was he?
heck.
No, he didn't. Yeah, he
Right.
hadn't kissed
On
a woman.
Ricochet, the woman was
Yeah,
riding
woman was
him.
riding him, but he didn't
Yeah.
kiss him. She didn't, you know.
Right. He said he would never do that on screen.
And I've heard some of these like top notch actors say things they won't do and all this kind of stuff. So I think if once you get established and you got that cachet behind you, then there's certain things you can dictate. But
Yeah, but you can't be
But
desperate for that money at the beginning, though. You got to work your way
sometimes you
up.
can. That's why
No.
we had this argument about gender
Oh,
swapping,
shit,
race
Jimmo.
swapping. Me and Uncle don't have a problem with that because that might be the only way. Say, for instance, come in and say, "Look, Nadia, I want you to play Wonder Woman." Black Wonder Woman? Some people have your head, but guess what? I'd be like, if it was me, and then me and you were cool and tight, Nadia, you better get your ass in that doggone Wonder Woman outfit and get
make
to
that
doing
money.
whatever. That's what
Facts.
I'd be saying.
Facts.
But
But
some
here's
people-
the thing, though. Do you think, because we said Denzel Washington never did that, right? Do you think that if he was paid more to do that, would he do it?
I don't think
No.
he would.
No,
no,
no.
I don't.
Based on everything I've seen about him as he got older and more mature and kind of calling the shots and stuff, I don't think he'd do it because he don't need it. Maybe early in his career, he might have been swayed, but now Denzel Washington pick and choose what he want. I don't think he'll do it.
He ain't even do it in Malcolm X.
No, he didn't actually. But yeah, that's all. I just
Wait,
think
did he
that
kiss the white woman, Malcolm X?
Yeah, he didn't.
I don't think he kissed her. No.
I know. Show okay.
Yeah,
I think he kissed Teresa Randall. I think.
I would too.
Yeah,
Hey,
That's like
back
Like,
then,
what?
yeah.
the bad boys, man.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I just think that some of these actors and rappers will say that they won't do it until they get that big paycheck. Like when they get that check that has 2 extra zeros or an extra zero on it, and it's like, hey, we need you to do this, right? Okay. Now we'll go to the other way because Dave Chappelle actually gave up his show because they wanted him to do stuff that would go against his integrity, right? And he says that sometimes when he was doing his skits, he was like, are they laughing at me or are they laughing at the skit, right? And that's when he decided to make a change with the stuff that he was doing with his show and gave up $50 million to not do the last
I
season.
know for a fact I was laughing at the skit because that sucker was funny as heck.
Yep.
Right. So now, would you have still done the show for the 50 million, or would you have done like him and said, fuck it?
See that
That's a good
comedy
question.
that ain't breaking my going against my moral code unless it will make me do something like I'm gonna say massa or some kind of crazy stuff. Nothing, or I gotta do some kind of homosexuality. No, I'm not doing that. But I mean, just regular comedy and picking at people and stuff. Yeah, I'm down with that.
I got
Yeah,
you.
I can't say what I would have done in that situation either because it's different outside of what he was going through at that time.
And Roberto?
Nope.
See,
We're
here's the
going to
thing, Roberto.
Africa.
Like, let's say you were doing the photo shoot and they asked you to wear what he wore, but they said they're going to give you an extra $5 million for doing it.
Let's see
Yep.
this outfit first, and I can tell you, yeah, or no.
I'm doing. If I had that body, I'd do it.
Hold on.
I
I'll
do
see
still
if I
feel
can
like he
find
would have had more of a control at that point, though.
You know, I honestly don't think it was money. It's you're
Yep.
wearing this, or else.
Oh no,
You
Because
really
he
think
was
I
making all
If
kinds
that-
of money already. All these movies he's doing, man. If you're getting that greedy, then you deserve what you get.
Yeah, because he was locked in with MCU, so MCU
Fuck, he
takes
was
care of him.
everywhere. He was everywhere. Now he's
Okay,
Ghost.
I found the picture. Yeah, but that's because of his allegations, and we're gonna get into that too.
even
because
that.
if you
Also,
I gotta see what the outfit is.
there's
before I
many
can-
ways they
Yeah.
take you
Yeah,
down,
I
right?
ain't seen the outfit.
It's that one.
Oh, you talking about
Those
that
pants, right?
The pants, yeah, and that pink
It's
thing,
it's
And
yeah.
50
one
million
length.
bucks, man, I'd be 50
Time
million
out.
bucks. Thank you. Go,
Are
here's my
those
bank.
Thank you,
pants
Daddy.
also
Thank you.
attached to the
Thank you.
boots?
Here's my
Yes.
bank account.
Yes.
My bank account
Yes.
code is 12345 6. Go ahead and put it in.
I am wearing that. I don't care what anybody got to say.
But yes, the pants are
And I
attached to
got
the boots.
and I'm in shape. Yes. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I said. Everybody, yeah, I do.
Oh yeah, I thought it was something like super
Hey,
feminine.
I do with my dad
Yeah.
bar right now. I don't give a
Yeah, I
damn. I'm
would.
doing
Yeah,
it.
right
I like
now
what you
my
said,
dad
Dennis.
bod.
Long
My
as them
dad
ain't like
bod.
long boots.
I'd be like, hey, bro, I bake at Wachovia. Pin number is 23456. Let's go ahead and make that.
And I'll be listening to Cameron
I
while they
call-
taking the shots.
I call the wife and
Yeah.
say, is it in yet?
What?
Roberto?
Did he say 50 million?
Yes, 50 million.
Yeah, I'm saying 50
That
million.
outfit right there, Roberto.
And I'm in my situation I'm in now, or I have his money.
Well,
Either or.
Even if I had his money,
you're in
I'd
your situation right now.
Yeah, I might do it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But that's
You got the
far
whole
fetched
coat
from
on.
the
You
other
can still
question
wear
he posed.
No,
So-
the other
so
question,
now-
I ain't doing it. Right there.
now-
yeah, I
That's
do
what
that.
I'm trying to say.
Yeah, in a
So
heartbeat.
now you have the money he has.
yeah, I'm
I'm
doing
doing
it.
it.
What
That's
does Jack
50 million
say?
more. I'm
I
doing
don't
it.
need it.
Sometimes
I don't
hear
need
what
it.
you're saying.
I don't
it
need it,
sounds
man.
like fear. What kind
You
of
see-
fear?
You see, here's the problem that I have with this, right? And I say it all the time. If that's
You're paper
how
chasing. What integrity you have left?
it feels like you're pandering, right? Because that's not what you wear. That's not how you dress. That's not your style. So when you do a photo shoot like this, it seems like you're pandering to a certain demographic because, hey, look, guys, instead of, I think, and I have an issue because I think they try to stop black men from being the manly man. And this is the kind of thing that I see when I see this picture because I see Jonathan Majors as that manly man, and now he's wearing pants with the boots connected to it, and he's in pink. Yeah, pink, whatever. Some guys wear pink, but that furry pink thing
I
is a
knew it.
girl thing.
I knew it.
Go,
Mm-mm.
go ahead.
Okay, I knew it. The inspiration of this is like some anime stuff. Cause I was like, yo, he looked like an anime character, so I had to go look it up. Yeah, I mean, granted, I don't know if they had like an art director, and if since the movie was based on like an anime, if they took it from that. Cause I didn't watch the anime, but my husband did, and like I said, I'm looking at a picture right now, and I see the resemblance of the outfit, and I'm just like, was this his idea? And he was like, I want to look like this character, or like.
You see,
Or
and
is
that's the
this
thing.
somebody else's idea? Because, like, I mean, because to me, I was like, artistically, somebody thought about this. This wasn't
Yes.
just no shit that was just like, here, this thrown
Put this
together,
on.
we're pink. Yeah. This was artistically thought about. So I see the inspiration, but I'm just like, who had the inspiration? I mean, this is just questions for me. It ain't gonna change the way I feel about it, but like, which
I think you see,
which I
I
feel
think
no ways.
because we watched a video and I'd have to find it and I won't even attempt to do it, but it was a rapper who was talking about how they get you is with
The shirt.
yeah, right, they come in and say, here, wear this, and if you say yes, then it's like, okay, we know we got you type of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we hear that a lot about Hollywood. So I think that they actually came to him and said, hey, this is what we want to put you in, don't worry, it's going to look good, and that will tell you it's going to be great for your career. Okay, let's do it.
Well, I'm looking at
I mean, people talked about it for a while.
It's based
But
off,
that's what I'm saying. At this point in his career, do you think he would have said, like, yeah, I need this? No. I think this was a choice that he made, like, yeah, I want to do this.
Maybe.
Well, it says the stylist used One Piece the Flamingo as anime inspiration while styling that outfit.
Danny's like, okay, my beer belly's
to that.
coming out and everything.
So according to that, it wasn't any like homo or whatever thing. It was just he was inspired by an anime character. Hey, we're gonna put you in this.
See, that may be the case, but if you don't research it, that's not what you see. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's your job
Absolutely.
to research it, though. Go look
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but yeah, you were right, but most of us don't, right? So my thing is,
Put it in a book if you don't want to need to find it.
it's more like the demasculation of the black
Real shit.
man is what we see a lot of the times in rap and everything. So I think that goes along with it. And that's my problem with it. You know what I mean?
So what do you define as so just wearing pink, that's not masculine? And
No, 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 no. But
do you see masculinity as a spectrum and not just this one thing? Because like I feel no ways about men painting their nails. I feel no ways about it. Whether you call yourself a heterosexual man or a queer man or homosexual or whatever, I feel no ways about men having their nails painted. It's different if you walking around with a full acrylic set, because that's a statement whether or not you're a man or a woman. Because if I wear a full acrylic set, people notice. If a man wears a full acrylic set, people notice too. But it's just seen as something so different because it's on a man, and I'm just like, why though? Why, as a society, can we not just let people be who they gonna be as long as they not R words like R-ing people, raping people, or messing with children? Can we just let people be?
absolutely, 100%, and I have no problems with that. But I mean, if you want to paint your nails, go ahead and paint your nails. I don't care. That's not me. It's just something I'm not doing. You know what I mean? I'm not doing it. I'm just not. I wouldn't paint my nails. So,
But
you
I
want to
don't
do it
know.
though.
I feel like painted nails it shouldn't be equated to not being masculine. And I'm not saying that's what you were doing. I'm just saying I feel like when people say stuff like that, that's what they mean. And that's why I'm like, well, explain to me what you mean if that's not what you mean, because I don't want to be taking in the information wrong. Because like to me, like I said, when people say stuff like that, it's like, that man ain't masculine, or he, you know what I mean? Like,
So does this phrase "that ain't woman like" and "that ain't man like"? Does those phrases not exist anymore?
yes,
Like imagine,
women do say that. I'm asking
imagine.
men though. I'm
No,
asking
but
y'all.
watch
I know
this,
what
watch
women
this,
need to work
Nadia.
on,
You know how
'cause
women
I
sit
know.
with their leg crossed over all the time. It's ladylike to sit with your. Imagine a woman sat like a man, and I said, I'm good with
I
that. She's
do.
confident her shit don't stink.
Wait, like sit
I thought it the
down.
man spread. No, I was
Yeah,
like, if
yeah,
I'm
and a man
uncomfortable,
spread.
I will straight man spread, like and be like, what? Like what do you?
I'm
I
thinking ready
mean,
to hoop.
Hey,
You shit like that.
I can't.
but
I
I wear a
can't
lot of
lie.
dresses and skirts, so I don't do that often because
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it
but
looks weird when.
I can't
Why?
lie.
Why
I
judge
can't
it?
lie. Roberto, I can't
Yeah.
lie though.
Like,
I always
put my girl on
like
Love and
if I
Basketball.
see a woman
Yeah,
sitting
yeah,
with her legs open, that's hot to me.
It's attractive, bro.
yeah.
You know why,
I like
Anjo? You know why? Because it's
Wow.
different. It's different, and it's like, hey, I like that.
Yeah, you
I
know
don't
what I
know
mean.
why, but I like that.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
Hey,
He's confident, boy.
damn Spalding.
What you saying, Danny? What you saying, Danny? You don't like to see a woman sit with her legs open?
I'm trying to figure out who this Jack's Law is because he seems to be all on me tonight.
Oh, Jack's Law. He's been around. What is he saying? Hold
Like
on, I'm not going up the chat. Let me see what he's saying.
Like I'm the only person on the chat.
Okay, but what are you saying is, or what Danny is saying that you're not getting is everyone bends over? What do you mean bends over?
Oh, he's still
And you're
stuck on
saying
that
to
first.
him
What's
that
the name? You
some
Takes it in
people
the
who
rear.
bend over. Oh, and Danny is a cop wife. Danny's cool, man. Don't worry about Danny, man. That's his opinion. You know what I mean? Jack, it's cool. Don't watch
And I'm not
nothing.
saying
Leave
anyone's
Danny alone.
opinion is wrong. I want to see where people are coming from, because it's like if you're gonna say
So
something, I want to understand it fully. Because like when you say masculinity, what do you mean? Because I'm
so
not trying to judge you. I just want to understand.
right. So here's the thing. It depends. I can't always say that when I see a man with his nails painted that it's not masculine, because some of those goth guys do it, right?
hmm
So
Hmm.
it's not just about that. But if you have the nails painted, you're wearing a dress, you know what I mean? Then I'm gonna be like, okay, yeah, that's not masculine at all. It's a lot of
a lot of people be trying to
combinations
make
of
a
things.
They're
fashion
trying to
statement, man.
present feminine.
Especially these days.
What's that? So you think
What
it's
you
a
say?
fashion statement? Loki?
Sometimes I do, especially in these times. It's a lot of times it's a
Hold on.
fashion statement. That's what they
I mean,
mean.
but
Painting your nails and wearing
then
a
you got
skirt is now called a fashion statement.
That's
yes,
how they
because
think, and it's the whole
non-binary
rock
people.
star image.
A
really
lot of
wish I could find
non-binary
that fucking
people.
time machine and go back. You know,
I'm telling you, that's what they think.
I'm telling
It
you,
is
I'm
a
telling
lot of
you. I don't know what's
non-binary
going on
people
here.
gender
I have
being
to
like
really
they'll
just shut my mouth and sit
I'm
back and say,
telling you.
can't get this show canceled.
That's
Can't
why you
get
gotta
this
listen
show
to some of the.
canceled.
I ain't saying you gotta listen to some of the new age music, but just how the new generation operates with their mind frame. As far as I wear this, I don't feel like nothing against this. Think about the whole thing with men wearing tight pants and stuff nowadays.
You know what?
Like this,
Yeah.
it ain't like
I like to think that not mine, because it's not mine alone, but mine and people close to me's generation is probably the most grounded generation of all generations. Why? Because we still have the old that we still respect and listen to, and we're up to date with the new, right?
your Gen X.
Is that Gen X? Is that what we are, Danny?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Gen X, yes. So that being said, there's been a great shift in this gen that appears to be now. I don't know what it's
Yes,
called.
Lord.
Is
It's
anybody
a
on here Gen Z?
What's Gen Z?
Gen Z is like from
Like
Yeah, I
after
say
in
old
their
school, new
95,
school.
in their
after
30s,
90, like after 95.
No,
like
I'm
my
84.
kids' age.
in your 30s,
Okay.
30s,
Yeah.
and I think upper 20s, if I'm not mistaken.
What are
90,
we?
if you were
We're
born in 95 up to like 2010, I think, or something like that, then you're a Gen Zer. But like my children are Generation Alpha. My sister has Generation Alpha and Gen Zers. Me and my sister are Millennials, Generation Y. And then my brother, like he's in between because he kind of a millennial, but then also he was born in 1980. So some people consider 1980 still part of
I
Generation
almost
Z.
feel like for a second in the year, what the fuck are you talking about?
well,
Generations.
what?
All
in the
this
multiverse,
alpha
man.
and this and
We're going
that.
to
I'm like,
No,
yo,
it's
Well,
I missed the memo, yo.
no.
I
You know
don't
you got
know.
the boom. You got the
yeah. I
boomers.
think
gotta-
we're the baby boomers, Roberto.
No,
I think we're
Yeah.
the.
What?
Baby boomers is the 50s. You know.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
before
so
us.
Okay.
okay.
I
So
was
what
I
are we,
know you
Danny?
ain't that old.
you're
Basically, old
Generation
school, new
X.
school.
You're Generation
Generation
X.
X.
We're generation.
You're
Okay.
Gen X, and I guess everybody on the bottom row is
Millennials
Generation
are
Y or
Yeah,
Generation
millennials.
Y
uh,
millennials.
Millennials are from
yeah,
94 to 1980. I'm looking at it now. Gen
yeah.
Z
I'm
is
Yes.
millennial then. Yeah.
from 95 to 2012.
Okay, so
Hmm.
you gotta go back for me. I'm from a different.
So
Uh,
you Gen X.
I don't know if
Okay,
I'm
I just wanted to get where everybody's coming
There,
from
there are
because that
very
also
few
makes a
baby
difference.
boomers left.
I got you. So we're
Yeah, so
Gen
I'm
X.
after
Okay.
baby boomer. There you
Yep.
go,
Yeah,
Gen
we're Gen
X.
X.
And you
I'm a
know,
clone.
I just feel that the shift has hit warp drive, and we're expected to keep up.
Yeah,
And
Elderly
it's
and
just not right. It's just not right. Not right, you know. And we're getting defensive about it, and we have the right to, because I mean, again, I keep emphasizing, who determines the time frame it takes for us to catch up? What if we want to take our fucking time? You know, we're not the bad guys. We're accepting. We're moving on. But I feel like I'm being force fed those beans I never wanted. You know, being force
Yeah.
fed, and it's not a feeling that feels good. So what do? You rebel. You start running away from home. But we can't run away from home now, so you vent, right? And this is us venting. It's
Mhm.
not us saying that it's wrong, but we just, you know,
You're saying
because
it's
of our
wrong.
upbringing,
Say it's wrong for us.
it's not a, it's not, it's twisted, Danny. I don't know if I
No,
can say it's wrong. I just won't do it.
No,
I'm agreeing with you 1,000%. I'm saying some of the tendencies that we see now in trends is wrong for us, people in our age group.
Yeah,
And
because we
now,
were raised like
and
that.
it seems like we're being punished for it or being chastised for it because our views don't match or line up with their views, and I don't really give a damn.
So we're the grumpy old man, even though we tried
Yeah.
our best not to be.
Yeah,
But
You can
100%.
call
it
me
could
what you
be
want.
different too if some of us would have had social media back then too. Some people,
You know what?
Same, you never know.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with everything, but why do I feel like I'm being forced into it? Like it's like the walls are closing in and shit, and you can't fucking stop it.
Like if you say something, you're homophobic.
Yeah, you're
or this or
fucking.
that.
see, that's more Gen
Yeah.
Z. That is Gen Z on this tyrant because now they're adults. So Gen Zers are starting to become adults. So now they're like, all of y'all adults are wrong, and millennials are like, bro, we agree with you to some extent, but y'all be going outrageous with y'all. Like they be ready to cancel people over stupid shit.
One of the
Chill.
good things I like about
Very-
Gen Z is that they don't
don't
hold
give
on
a
to
damn.
racism like we do.
Facts.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is a very positive thing.
I agree with you
But they don't
100%.
seem to have the wisdom, and that wisdom comes with time.
Yeah,
Didn't
yeah.
they say they grow up? What did they say? Weaker and wiser. So like I love how Gen Z is like they got something to stand on. They standing on this hill and they fighting for it. I love that shit about them. But at the same time, they gotta shut the fuck up and listen and think sometimes.
You know,
Yeah.
I
it's a
agree.
two way,
Yeah,
And
yeah.
a two-way
they got
Yeah.
to
fucking
go through
street, man.
experiences. Ain't that
Yes,
what I'm
it's
Facts.
like
saying?
They
y'all
don't,
ain't even
but they don't
we
want to. They don't want to. We will listen to Roberto, me, and Nzo. We're the oldest one here, I believe. We will listen to somebody that's trying to tell us something that's coming from a place that they already experienced it. And I'm going through this with my own children. I got 3 children, each one in, I think, in a different bracket. And my son, he listens. My oldest daughter listens, but my youngest daughter, I have to constantly look. You got
The
to do this. You got to do
pushback,
this.
eh?
You got to do this. You got to do this. I say, I've been 32 before. You've never been 53. So how in
Hmm.
the world do you think that you're gonna know more than me about life? The only thing you know more me that I can't tell you anything about is being white and being a female because you got that. But other than that, I've done seen everything that you going through now and don't seem to grasp that concept. But as a father, you
You
can't give
lived
up.
your time, old man.
Yeah, I
It's
guess.
funny
But
because
It's like
my
I'm trying
kid used
to.
to my kid used to say the same thing to me. Oh, you don't know what it's like growing up out here. I'm like, what the
I
hell
done
are you
been through
talking
this.
you
about?
don't. No,
You
no,
know,
no, 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 no. We do, but we don't.
Yeah, it's
Because
different times.
yeah, yeah. Oh, there we
Like,
go.
it's very, I don't know why I keep glitching that. But yeah, it's very different for them because of social media
Yeah,
I
and
agree.
because
that
of the
makes
way
sense.
information spreads or how they receive
But
information.
the thing I think we will be like is turn it off. Shut that shit off. You ain't got to be on social
mhm.
media. You ain't got
But
to be
see,
listening. Turn that
that's
off.
us. That's
Yeah.
us because we've been without it and with it. So we like I don't need this shit. Turn it off. I don't give a
no,
fuck.
but
Like this
to
that's
some,
not even. We be trying to explain to them that the internet is not a real place. It's not the real
but
world.
to
People
some
be on
Yeah,
here
extent,
for real.
faking and fronting.
we pulled into that world too because I've been at the restaurant with my family and all of us in the phone.
Yeah, yeah.
I started finally
Yeah.
made it. Hey, look, when we together, put that phone down. If whoever
Yeah, yeah.
answers the phone, if it ain't like business or another family member, you paying for the bill. That gets their attention.
Yeah, yeah, no, 100%. The phone is a big issue, right?
Yeah,
And I do agree with you. It is a different time that they're living up than we grow up, but we still have certain experience. Like life kind of
Yes.
repeats itself. You know what I'm saying?
it
So
does.
the experience that I have may not be exactly the same, but I've probably been through something that you're going through right now. The problem
That's
is they
why
don't. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I feel that's why I had to stop mentoring certain people because I'm like, bruh, I went through this. I'm trying to tell you this person's a narcissist, this person is not good for you, blah, blah, blah. And then, but they ain't want to listen to me. And because I'm like, these are red flags, these are warning signs, but here you are feeling safe with somebody that's borderline abusing you, ma'am. I'm trying to help you. And
Hmm.
she didn't want to listen. And I was like, I can't mentor you. I can't do this.
Hmm.
You know what,
Yeah,
Like
Nikita?
I can't do it because you're not
Pe-
gonna listen. Like,
People are
and I'm
so stupid. You'll lose
facts.
more friends trying to help people than anything because
Mhm.
they come to you with no knowledge. You share yours. Nope, that's not it. Well, fuck, you
yeah,
seem to know what it isn't. Why can't you find out what it is? You know what I mean? I've lost it on so many people, and I said, you know what? If that train's coming, I ain't telling you. You won't take advice. I don't know what to
right.
tell you. Don't fucking blame me. You know, like that's how I feel right now. You have to be in a bubble almost. Just shut the fuck up and move along.
But
Like
that comes
100%.
with
sheep, like
maturity.
sheep.
That comes with maturity. Cause like thinking about me in my 20s, I was never confrontational like that. Like you would have to do a lot to me or say a lot to me to get me to that point. And at
Yeah,
this point, I'm just like, bruh, you not even about to get me mad because I don't care. Versus like
Hmm.
in my 20s, I'm mad and I'm trying to hold it in and all this extra shit. And now I'm just like,
Oh
okay.
yeah, I'm right there. I'm right there with you. The shit that used to piss me off back in the day, like that don't bother me no more. I've been through way so much stuff. Something someone says or does, as long as they ain't trying to hurt me, like physically, say the fuck you want to. I don't give a fuck.
Deej.
Yeah, I went at him, but I don't give a fuck about him. Still, I still don't give a fuck about him. Oh shit. But that was a great topic, man. I appreciate the interaction with all you guys. Want to get into Roberto stuff because Roberto had a little rant that he wanted to talk about.
Fuck, but you
Roberto,
giving me a whole hour to rant about it? That's a
no, we
little
got
long,
something else. We got something else. Don't worry.
Okay, okay. Well, basically, since my spiritual friends here with us tonight, it's about no, Danny. It's about family. It's about how you have such high expectations for family, and they could possibly let you down the most.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's not even a situation or names I want to call out, but
That's biblical, bro.
it's biblical and it's fucking sad. It's fucking sad. Like you feel like you were living with a stranger your whole life, because how could someone do something like that you can't even fathom? Like if it was a nightmare, you couldn't even think of it. How could they do that in reality?
Mm.
And
And
that's supposed to be someone that you call a friend or a brother or whatever. Well, family, so brother. I mean, some people are family,
it's
right? Like
blood.
you
It's
say,
the blood.
yeah,
Like they
but
say, blood is thicker than water, right?
yeah, yeah.
Where do
But
these
is it
sayings
really?
come from? What's the reference of it? Like blood could do no wrong.
Yeah, blood can definitely be
Well, I
wrong.
think it's more so expectations, right? I don't
Yeah,
expect my best
exactly.
friend to do what my blood family member should do.
So when your family does do it to you, it fucking
It
digs
hurts more. Yeah.
that much deeper to the point where
It
it's
depends on the
almost
relationship, though.
unforgivable.
that's why it's
Oh, that
always me.
If you were never close, then maybe it won't hurt as bad. You would have a certain level of expectation. That's my cousin. That's my
You
brother.
watching, Danny?
It's
You
different when
watching?
y'all close.
Huh?
Not just making a joke.
I'm just
Because
saying,
it's
like,
funny that you say that.
I'm just saying, like, I'm the oldest out of five, and me and my middle brother for like years we didn't talk because he had a
hmm
lifestyle that was not conducive to my lifestyle.
Hmm.
I was Ice T, he was Nino Brown,
Mm.
and I just wasn't having that.
Mm,
And then you
I
recently,
like that.
when
I
I
like
when I
that.
became spiritual and
damn.
saved,
Every
I
night, Jack's
drove
Law.
I
Sorry.
drove 9 hours to
hmm
make it right.
Hmm.
But for years, I really said 2 or 3 words, and it hurt me and it pissed me off the way it did my parents and stuff. But then when I got myself right, then I had to fix it. And I'm a firm believer: if you right, if the person that you care about that hurts you, no matter how bad they hurt you, if you give a damn about that person and you truly love that person, you're gonna find a way to fix it. It may take time. I'm not saying it's something you can get over today. I'm not saying something you can get over tomorrow. It may not be next year. But if you give a damn about that person, you're gonna find some way to do it.
And I did that.
No,
And
I'm not saying that for you.
no, but I'm speaking because this is my topic. I told Anzo I was going to go third person on it, but I can't do that shit,
Yeah,
I keep it real. So Anzo knows I just did that. I've gone through both spectrums. I
yeah.
had beef with both my brothers, and one of them is the one that Anzo grew up with, where he's my baby brother. I took care of him like a dad would.
Hey,
So
Tamika.
So perp.
the good times made me overlook the bad times to say squash it. And a lot of people were shocked, even Anzo,
hmm
but happy. But the other
Oh
side
man.
is all my life. All my life. I felt like
Forgive, never
living
forget.
with the enemy. Well, you know what? I
Forgive.
even made the attempts for that. But at what point are you the mule, low key?
Well,
Just
see,
getting
Always,
Roberto,
You gotta
getting
keep.
E on all fucking night.
You gotta keep trying.
No,
my whole
sorry,
thing was
man.
always being
So
loyalty over love. It's
so
always
here's the
been
thing.
loyalty over love.
What if said brother, right, knows that there's a certain situation? I'm not going to get into it, but there's a certain situation that only he has the means to rectify, and he won't.
And doesn't.
I'm saying that brother that's being done wrong has to forgive the brother that's doing him wrong. Now he has to do everything in his power to do it. Once he's done everything, he feels satisfied and he can sleep at night well. Then he's done his job,
Oh, I've done my
in my
job then,
opinion.
Danny.
Yeah,
I've done
I'm
my
just saying.
job.
But I'm saying you can't quit if if you still feel that animosity against that brother, you got to get to a point where you forgive him. I ain't saying forget, but you got to forgive him.
But
But,
Danny,
hey,
at what point does that ideology become like leading a horse to water? You can't make him drink.
yeah, I mean, you can't make him reciprocate the forgiveness or reciprocate you trying to um, make amends. But I'm saying you, because the longer you
Yep.
hold it, in my opinion now, the longer you hold that against him or her or whatever the case may be, whatever the scenario is, you're giving that person a certain level of power over you. And for
And
instance,
it's gonna be about you. It ain't even gonna be about them no more. It's about you.
before
If you allow that person to see
before
that it's affecting you,
before
give
I
them
got
power.
saved, Roberto, there was two people in our town. Whenever I look at them, this is no lie, I could feel the tail and horn sprout out my head and my ass because I was just that pissed. And then once I did what I did, I could talk to these people now. But 6 months ago, I couldn't do it. 6 months ago, I couldn't talk to my brother without getting halfway aggravated. Now I don't feel that. I forgive him. I done look. Hey, you ain't gotta talk to me. We ain't gotta be friends. But that animosity, that making my blood pressure run up and teeth grinding and fist clenching, I don't have that feeling no more. I'm not gonna get them individuals that power.
But I
That's
truly
just me.
believe, there's some people that cannot be fixed because they don't want to be fixed. They live in a delusional, non-medical, non-medicinal realm where fucking they just think they're doing no wrong and they're doing nothing but wrong.
Sometimes your mentality will snap you in the because when we all
Maybe
20s
somebody will
and
get through to him.
yeah,
It's
when we
just
all
not me.
20s and 30s, we think we're gonna live forever. But the more the closer, the farther I get in these 50s, I'm like, whoo, I'm on the back end, statistically
Especially
speaking.
you not
So
got to put me in a position where I got to worry about my health and stuff by dealing with you. I'm in
so
a
here's a
position like that.
question. And I'm ask you to do this to you, Danny, because you said at one point your brother, I don't know what he did. Well, I mean I do, but I'm not gonna put it there. Put your parents through some stuff, right?
Hmm.
If he were to do that again, would you still be able to forgive him?
I think now I'm better equipped to do it. Back then I was young, dumb, hard headed, wanted to put hands on them. Now I'm much more mature. Mature. I have a better skill set for as trying to talk to him, a better coping mechanism, and now I have a different outlook on life than what I had 15, 20 years ago. And I pretty much told him, I said, look, all that's in the past. I said, now if you choose to keep doing what you're doing to get yourself in this kind of situation, which is prison, then I'm not driving 9 hours again to talk to you. I'll talk to you through on the phone, through mail, whatever. I say, but right now, I'm the big brother. I'm the oldest in the family. It's my job to try and fix it. We fix it. We squash it. We back cool again together. But if
Well, it's
he,
funny you say that the big brother took initiative. Yeah, that makes sense.
but if he does that again, I'm still gonna love him. You don't have to. You don't have to like your family, but you have to love them.
No, you don't
I'm
have
kind
to.
of.
What
I
if the
think you do.
problem is a parent?
You don't have to love
Mm.
him, Danny. Come
I
on,
think.
man.
I think
Let's not
if
make
you're,
sense.
yeah, you don't have to like them. There've been plenty of times I didn't like my own kids, but I loved them. There's plenty of times I didn't like my brother. I couldn't stand him, but I loved them.
That's
Yeah, but
real
What if
too.
the
I gave birth to my kids. I didn't ask for a brother.
Yeah, but that's your blood, though.
Yeah, I know, but
nah?
you don't understand. There's yin and yang, and there's two opposite sides.
So I'm saying
And
right now, if your brother, you get a call now, your brother shot down in the middle of the road, you wouldn't feel any kind of way.
I don't need him to watch this video for me to be a hypocrite. I'll tell him to his face. You outside in the cold, I'm leaving your ass there.
Wow.
Yeah, you
Woo!
got that right. You got that
Some
right.
Cold
stuff to
blooded.
me, some stuff to me is unforgivable no matter what.
But
Right?
you know
And once
what?
you do something that's unforgivable, I cut you off. Now I don't give a damn what you do, what happens.
Thank you,
You're
JG.
you're, you're gone. If it's
And
That's
you know
it.
what?
unforgivable
You
to
know,
me.
you've
I hear
done
what you're saying.
everything you
Mhm.
could do. People have done what they could do. You know it's called for the moment, Danny? For the moment people, like when you're there, yeah, we're gonna hook up, yeah, give me a digital hook up. As soon as they leave,
Oh,
you won't hear from
Yeah,
them for years, man.
facts.
Years. They're called.
Facts.
So when your family's doing that to you, that's fucked up. Friends, hey man, that's just life, yo. You know who your
So
real friends are.
so I will
I
say
just
because
try
I
to not
know.
hold emotional
Yeah.
ties with stuff like that, and I think it's for me. I think the reason is going through death and dealing with certain death that I've dealt with, where I don't have those certain emotional ties with family or even brothers and sisters like that, and I want to. Sometimes I have people that even get angry with me because why don't you care? And it ain't the fact that I don't care; it's the fact that I just ain't put myself in a position where I want to care to deal with your situation. I
Makes
got shit
sense.
I'm
Right.
dealing with already. I don't want to deal with your situation. And if you feel like I don't care, that is that's on you.
Hmm.
See, I know a little bit. I don't know the whole details, and I know I'm going to speak to Roberto later about the whole details, find out what's going on. But I have to agree. Like, if I was in a situation, yeah, my brother could go kick rocks too, 100%. You are my blood, but at that point, I can't have respect for you, right? So I'm gonna give an example of my thing. It's not a brother, but it was an aunt. Okay, when my mom got cancer, my aunts, I called them up and they were like, yeah, yeah, we're gonna come down. Boom. They flew down here, right? And they were at the house, but I told them, I said, my mom liked to drink. You know what I mean? She liked to sit down at nighttime, she come home, have a beer, stuff like that. I told them that there will be no drinking in the house. I'm not gonna have you guys coming in here drinking, getting drunk, and my mom can't drink. You know what I mean? So I said, there's no drinking going on here. After 3 days, right? I could see they were getting antsy. The day my mom tried to get out of bed and couldn't walk, like her legs just gave out. She fell down, boom, she couldn't walk. They left to go to another sister's house so that they could drink. And then one of the sisters ended up getting sick. And I had to tell her, well, if you are sick, you can't come back here because you could possibly get my mom sick. And the fact that they abandoned me and my mom on that situation, when they all came in the room, they called me, also, your mom can't walk, your mom can't walk, and then left that day. I have no love for any of them, and I don't fucking talk to them, and I don't care to talk to them. I went to my cousin's funeral. He killed himself. And I went to Toronto to get there, right? And I seen the ants, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'm gonna be the bigger man. I'm gonna do what I have to do. And I went to go up to my aunt, and you know what she said to me? What are you doing here? I was about to blow up on her ass. Like, what the fuck do you mean? What am I doing here? But I said, what do you mean? Of course I'm gonna be here. You know what I mean? And I feel like that. But at that situation, I can't feel any love for these people that are supposed to be my mom's sisters because of what they did to her. I just can't.
Facts. Like I said, it's some unforgivable stuff that there's no coming back from. Like for my aunt, for instance, my mom, supposed to know my mom passed a few months ago. When she was dying, towards the end, one thing she was worried about was her own mother. And she was trying
Hmm.
to figure out where she. We knew she was in a nursing home, but we didn't know where she was. I was calling people and everything, trying to get a hold of my aunt. She wouldn't tell us where she is. You know when I found out my grandmother passed? Yesterday in 2021.
Oh, really?
Wow.
So you had
So
no
you
idea?
were you. I did had no idea. My mom. One
Hmm.
thing that was stressing her out towards the end was trying to figure out where her mother was.
Mm.
To me,
You
that's
see?
unforgivable. It's no matter what she
Condolences,
does after that.
JG.
I appreciate it. No
Yeah,
matter
yeah,
what happens,
absolutely.
it's no forgiveness after that.
Right,
Because that
because
what they want about me, it's unforgivable. I cut you off. I don't give a fuck what happens to you. It's one thing you do something to me, but when you do something to my family,
facts.
oh, you that's crossing
Because
the line.
no telling what that knowledge would have done to your mom before she passed away, right? I
Yes.
remember when my mom was sick, there was at one point, it was close to Christmas, and I went to the store, and the nurse would come every day. Nurse came to the house, boom. And as soon as I got in the house, oh, your mom has to go to the hospital. They said she might not make it. And I said, well, if she's going to pass away, she's going to pass away here with us. I'm not going to be
Hmm.
taking my son, who was like, I think it was 6 at the time, up and down to a hospital every day when I can take care of my mom here, right here in this house. And I kid you not, my mom woke up Christmas Day and was like, I'm hungry. Where's some food? and I don't know what happened, but she was she couldn't talk, she couldn't move, she was just lying in bed, and then she just woke up, and she was fine until June when she actually passed away. So I had that extra 6 months with her before she passed away. And I feel if I had put her in the hospital, she would have passed away right then and
I
there.
have to agree with you, Anzo, 1000%. It's
Yep.
like when they get older and they go to that hospital, it just fucking speeds up the process. They start
Mhm.
getting other things, and then boom, what the
Mhm.
fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wasn't doing that. I wasn't doing
Mm.
that. So
I
that's what.
regretted when my mom went to the hospital. Regretted.
Mhm.
She got
But then
COVID there, broke her hip there.
sometimes you have no choice. But I knew that I could take care of my mom better than any nurse could. Right. And when my dad passed away, I had a lot of regrets. And I said, when my mom, you know, I'm not gonna have any regrets. Until this day, I have no regrets. I did everything I could. So that's why I can never support those aunts that left me. Never. Maybe it's wrong. Maybe Danny's right. Maybe I should find it in my heart to forgive them. But when I think about the struggles that I went through, and that the fact that they came there to help me and ended up leaving just because they couldn't drink, like, come on now. What's more
It's,
You gotta
important?
forgive them, and it's not about them. Like I said, it's for yourself.
I don't know. Like I have expectations for
I know.
people.
Trust
Okay,
me.
no, look. I
For
have
real,
like
man.
okay, I got siblings. I got 5 siblings. So like my siblings are on levels. It's like I got one sibling that's gonna drop anything and come help me with whatever it is, they gonna be there. And then I got another sibling that's like that too. And then I got another sibling I know I can count on. My other 2 siblings, I don't even have their number or the right number, and I can't
Facts,
count on
bro.
them for shit.
Mhm.
But now I got a question for y'all. So what if the problem isn't a sibling or a friend or aunt, it's a parent, like
It's
your
even worse.
biological parent?
It's even worse.
Mm. Yeah, I
And
think just
in my situation, I ain't gonna say who, but you can only choose one or the other one. But my situation is more so like victimization, like they're constantly in victim mode, and the I'm assuming substance abuse because I know it's been there before. But then they also have mental health issues, and it's just like, can you address these issues so you can be a better person to your children and your grandchildren?
and they don't want to address the issues, right? They're happy
They
where
like
you
being a
see.
victim. Woe is
Yeah,
me. This happened to me. Blah blah blah. We know. Like, do you not realize what happened to you? You allowed to affect the way you parented us. So now we got trauma.
mm-hmm,
Like
mm-hmm.
you're not supposed to let your trauma spill over to your children. Period.
I agree.
Fair.
They're gonna be traumatized because ain't nobody leaving this world clean. But at the same time, you don't want to be the one to cause the trauma.
I agree. 100%.
I feel
Go
what you're
ahead.
saying.
Knowledge.
But I'm
Go
just
It's a
ahead.
saying, like, what do
situation
you
where
do when
you
it's a parent and now you an adult and now you trying to get them to see we not equals because you're still my parent, but at the same time, I'm an adult. And now
Yeah,
you looking at me like I'm supposed to take care of you
but at
because
the
you
same time,
did the
you
bare minimum of what you were supposed to do. The bare minimum. I mean, like your house me kept me clean, kept me clothed. But what did you teach me, and what character did you build inside of me? And it's not, and you get. I'm not trying to be like my life is this way because you did this to me. It's just
Right.
more so like look at, can you take accountability for what you did as a parent and how that affected and traumatized us, and understand that that happened so we can all just like woosah
Accept
get
it and
over it or
move on.
something.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? Yes. But the fact that that parent doesn't want to accept that, like, so we can't have a relationship like we used to. Because I'm not finna sit
That
here and act
scar
like
doesn't
everything
get
is
healed.
cool. Yeah, I'm not. Yes, I'm not gonna fit. I'm not sitting here. I'm not about to sit here and act like everything is cool, and then for you to interact with my children just to traumatize them the same way you traumatize me.
Danny, you were gonna say something?
I'm just saying, a lot of people think parent doesn't automatically mean perfect. Parent doesn't automatically mean that you knew everything. It was a learning curve. When I first got married, it came with two children. I was 26 years old. You know, nothing about being a dad, two kids in life. I had to grow up quick. And in the first 10 years, I know I made a bunch of mistakes. But I was able to get my act together. I was able to come from a family background that didn't believe in divorce and believed in sticking in there. There were times when I thought we were going to get divorced. Throw in the South, interracial. You got two white kids, a white wife. You know, majority black neighborhood. You got a black son, and you got a blended family. All this stuff. Preachers don't want to marry you. People acting crazy. Your family acting crazy. Her family acting crazy. It's a lot of stuff. So I'm not defending your parents. I don't know the story. I'm just saying that a lot of times parents are put in situations that are more than they bargained for. And some people can cope with it. Some people can adjust to a learning curve. Some of them can't. If they can't, then they need, like you said, to first acknowledge they got a problem. And a lot of times you need treatment. But if you don't want to, and to go back to what Roberto said about leading a horse to the water, if that person don't want to do it, then you as a parent now have a right to protect your children from that. But you can't blame them totally because sometimes they were maybe not equipped. Not everybody can be a singer. Not everybody can be a musician. Not everybody can be a cop. Not everybody can be a gamer. Not everybody can be whatever the scenario, whatever the particular profession is. You got to find your niche. So I'm not defending the parent because I don't know all the story, but I'm just saying a lot of times people think that parent equates to being perfect and knowing what to do, but a lot of times there's a learning curve.
No,
I can see that too.
A lot of times stuff get passed on from family to family. Prime example: most people that are in domestic violence relationships, their mother was getting beat, or their father was doing the beating, and that just goes on from generation to generation until that cycle is broken. Maybe your generation is breaking the cycle. It sounds like it, but I don't know what your parents did. I don't know, but a lot of times it's that.
I get what you're saying because like I fully understand it. And see, this is my thing because on the other side, I have another parent, and I'm not talking about my father per se. I'm just saying, and I'm not talking about my mother per se. Just know I have multiple parents because my parents got remarried and stuff like that. Anyway, so I have another parent. One of my parents married a younger person, and she had a kid. Well, now you know. Anyway, they had a kid, and they have then that person had kids, so blended family, all that. They had a kid together, blah blah blah. Being young, trying to raise five children all at once, doing stuff that you've never done before. I give grace off of changed behavior. So therefore, I've had problems with all of my parents at some point in time in my life. All of them. Even the step parents. I have problems with all of them at some point in time in my life. I give grace when I see change behavior. And it ain't even that we gotta have a conversation. The fact that I see that you're doing this now, and I understand why you did this back in the time, back in the day, or back in my childhood. I give you grace. I understand. I forgive. We can have a relationship because of change behavior. My thing is with the other parent, it's like, where's the change behavior? Because you can't even acknowledge what you're doing wrong. And that's the
I feel what
problem.
you're saying. I had a kid at a young age, 16, but as far as the whole perspective of
Damn.
why you were at, I did. I was out in the streets.
I'm messing with you.
Anyway,
I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you.
You good, dude. The situation as far as what you were saying, Nadia, as far as how you treat your kids and don't put your trauma on your kids. Kind of situation that I had with my kids, as far as like y'all upset because I'm talking to you a certain way verbally. You know what I'm saying? Getting certain loud or a certain way when I'm saying like, why you get so upset because I'm talking to you this way when I had situations where if I said something a certain way, I got slapped across the room. And I'm not saying my mom or my dad. I'm saying I was dealing with a situation where I had to deal with an individual that didn't like me. If you understand what I'm saying. And
Mm-hmm.
this ain't my parents or anything, but I had to deal with a situation somebody didn't like me. And if I said something or even did some way they ain't like the way I look, nigga, you get slapped across the room. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So my whole thing with them was like, y'all ain't have to go through the same situation. You ain't have to deal with this. So why are y'all sitting up here acting like this? If I'm telling you something that I've told you 500 times, but now that I get a little louder, now you like, oh, I don't like the way you talking to me. No, what you mean?
Exactly.
What you mean? Like, what you mean? I don't told you this, and I don't try to say it nicely, but now you feeling this way. Nah.
Yo, I'm right there with you because I remember like the first time my mom called me and I said, "What?" Oh my God, my dad heard me and he just like, "What the fuck did you just? Don't you ever like?" You know what I mean? I was gonna get my ass whooped, and I've never spoken to my mom like that before. You know what I mean? My dad, like, he didn't play. If I did something wrong, he felt no way to whoop my ass. Right? So that's what I said. So when I had my son, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try to do it a different way because I know how
See,
that was. You know what I mean? I know
that's what I'm
how the
saying though.
hand works. You know, so
But you talking about a father that loved you, but he was just trying to show you like, yo, you
right.
gonna have to understand. I'm
Yeah,
the
yeah,
man,
yeah.
you the child.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
I'm saying as far as when you
Excessive
dealing
correction.
yeah.
with, if you deal, it's like when you dealing with somebody as an adult and you a child and you know this individual don't like you. You know, if you get up, for instance, I'm gonna make an example. You get up and go use the bathroom and your bed not made up, and you come back in there and that person in there and they're like, "Why your bed not made up?" And you get a whooping for that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
That's just
That's different.
that's abuse. That's abuse.
So
Period.
what I'm saying is like, if I'm just talking to you a certain way, what do you? No, you got to understand. Like, I don't get
Especially
through
after
stuff
I
where you would
told
never
you.
understand.
I done told you.
Yeah, like
How
you
many
never
chances did I
understand.
give you to get it right? Look, I feel you on that. I feel your passion. Look, and that's when my kids look. My daughter be like, "Why you yelling at me?" And I was like, "It's
Yelling.
my passion coming out."
And it's different when you
Oh,
yelling after you done said it 5 times. Like, nigga, I done told you, clean this,
mm-hmm. Oh, Perk,
do this whole.
your pop was from St. Lucia. Yeah, I know a few people from there. Yeah, they don't play. They don't play. And that old school,
Yeah,
like them old school, like Jamaican parents and stuff like that, they do not play at all,
man.
bro. Trust me. You know what I mean? And my dad was that kind of way. Like he didn't play. Like and I know, like you say, you know, aggressive. He did love me and he wanted to see the best out of me, but I knew how I felt when I would be getting them beatings sometimes. You know what I mean? And I was like, listen, I
Absolutely.
don't want to do that to my son. I don't want to do that. I'll try a different way. Thank God I never really had to do that to him. He was a good kid, right? But yeah, I didn't want to do the same thing. I didn't want to do that. But everyone had a Joe Jackson as a
Yeah, you
father.
actually.
But that,
Hey,
but
I
that
it'll
got
get
brings
some
beat by my
us.
superstars
father
out here.
once.
Now I'm just
Once.
it'll get
That's
some
all it took
superstars
was
out
one time. Look, and I still contest that beating because it was not my fault. Damn it! Like I'm still mad about that shit. I got beat one time, and no.
Now I actually
Man, I
know
got so much licks.
it was my fault too. Like I can't even say they weren't my fault. Yeah, they were my fault. The reason why I got them licks from my
I
dad. That
said I
was my fault.
deserved 99% of them
Facts. 100%.
because I
Facts.
did some stupid shit. I remember one time, man, my dad gave me licks. I went in the room, put on my earphones, jammed that music, and started venting, not realizing because I couldn't hear myself doesn't mean other people couldn't hear me venting. I heard that door open. I said, "Oh shit, more
Oh,
licks!"
hold on,
Oh
Roberto.
fuck,
Now
yes.
you was in there going off on your parents because they
I was
got you.
like, "You think you're fucking tough? You think you're fucking tough beating a fucking kid?" Right? Not realizing because I can't hear my
No,
shit because the music's jamming in my ears. I heard that door open though. I heard that door open.
little Michael Myers walking through that door.
Yo, my dad, ask Nzo. When we were young, my dad was a big
Oh
man,
man,
ferocious. He felt like because he was light skinned, he had to prove he was Jamaican. I don't know. But man, I got a lot of licks, a lot. And it
Hey
made me
man.
the good man I am today, Danny.
I hear you, brother. I hear you.
I agree. I agree with you. That's why, like, you know, they say, oh, and I get
You
it.
said because he was light.
You you don't want to abuse your kid, right?
Oh,
But I
man.
think
No,
I
never.
think a good spanking every now and then is absolutely fine,
If
right?
you're
It
worthy of
depends
it,
on what they did.
not
It
making your
depends on
Yeah, of
bed.
what
I
they
course,
don't
of
did.
think
course.
that's
Yeah,
worthy
of
of
course.
getting licks. You
The
know.
the
No,
spank
no,
the
absolutely.
spanking
Yeah,
has to be justified, which
It
it's
means,
really
absolutely,
hard to.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
Honestly, it's really kind of hard to justify a spanking. Like, and I know people, my family hate that I call it a
Hey.
spanking, and I'm like, because it's a spanking to me. I'm not beating my kids. I'm not. Look,
Shout out
I
to Perk.
asked.
That's some real shit right there, Perk. My
Look,
mama
I
had
be
to carry me.
asking my daughter.
You got to understand it.
My daughter got a mouth on her, so I'll be like, "You want to fight?" Where she told me, "Yeah." She 5. I was like, "Girl, I'm not about to fight you."
Wow.
I remember
She was like, "Yeah."
I knew the principal had called my house. So when I get off the bus, I like untie my shoes or something to take a long time to get to the house. I'm like, yo, I'm not walking up there.
Hey man,
I'm the slowest walk in the world.
I actually had to fight my son one day. Like he tried to test me, and I had to show him, like, no, kid, I don't care how old you are, you can't test me one bit. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see.
He was
I can't get that note right. I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm really trying to sing to make sure that I get everything.
I fucking cracked up when I saw this one. I watched it like 6-7 times.
Yo, if anybody's seen the Jackson 5 biopic,
Right. I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm really trying to
fucking
sing
sound
to
effect
make
and
sure that I
everything,
get everything.
Boy, I can relate to that. I can relate to that, boy.
Oh, hey, I know you guys all had it, right? We black up in here. I know you guys had the wooden spoon and fork up in the house.
Oh yeah.
You had the wooden spoon and fork,
nah,
right?
I ain't had
Uh-huh.
nah.
Yeah.
I ain't never got beat with it, but I sure had it on the wall.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got beat with it. 100%. There
No,
you
that
go.
not that
No.
did. It was thicker
No,
than that,
this
boy. This was thick, boy.
Yeah.
This is for my
Those
children. This is for
Those
my
ones
children.
with stripes.
It's intimidation. It don't.
Man, my grandma used to make me go get the switch. Then he go out there and get that switch, and it better not be nothing sorry either. So you got to go out there and pick the weapon of your destruction.
Look, I'm gonna go ahead and be honest. I'm one of them parents that say that I threaten most of it's empty threats. I be threatening them. You know.
Yeah, and sometimes
Tighten
it
up.
work.
I won't be no
Until they
threats.
call my bluff. Then okay.
That's-
Oh, so you
I
want
be-
this?
I be trying to get creative. I don't necessarily beat him, but like my son, he was a gamer boy. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
take
Oh,
your-
yeah, that's always first.
I'm not
That's
going to
always
take your
first.
game. Whew, thank you. But I'm gonna take your controllers.
Facts.
Yeah, do something.
So you can look, you can cut the game on, you can look at it, powering up all you want, but you ain't gonna be able to play nothing.
Facts.
Man, that's how,
I take the
that's how I
tax.
started reading Goosebumps books, being on punishment. Like TV, everything had to go. So I was like, I gotta start reading books, and I started reading Goosebumps books. So,
Oh yeah, because I will turn off the TV, hide the remotes, put the tablets up to where they can't reach them. You can't do nothing. So.
Man,
It's the
I
90s.
would-
Go play some games.
I would turn off the Wi-Fi, change the password and shit. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, you want to fuck around? Okay, cool. Watch this. Boom. Next thing you know, it comes out the room. Hey, what's wrong with the Wi-Fi? I don't know. Mine works fine. I don't know what's wrong with yours. Mine works fine.
What Dave
know?
Chappelle say: modern problems deserve modern solutions.
Facts, 100%. You know what I mean?
anybody ever had a 3395 Nokia?
What is that?
Yes, yes,
Some crazy
yes.
questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the
With
phone
the
that
light up
had
battery.
on there?
With the light up
Yeah, yeah.
battery. What are you
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
My daddy had
about?
bought me a phone, and I was on punishment, and I was trying to sneak and play Snake, but then I had the light up battery, and it
Snake,
started going
damn.
off. And I got caught.
Boy.
It was over. Like, I
That
thought I
shit was
being
bright
slick.
as fuck too. Like trying to
Yeah.
Boy,
I-
Got
boy.
a signal coming through.
Light up
I'm like, oh, I got a miss.
I tell you
I
what,
missed, dog.
low key is on a different level than I've ever experienced in my life.
Man, that was good time.
Oh my gosh. See, the difference is by the time that phone came out, I was like living on my own and shit. I don't know about
Oh,
hiding
nigga,
the
we
phone.
kids.
I was in high school.
You know what I mean?
Kids. I was excited. Free nights and weekends? What?
Right.
Yeah, I
Got us
remember that phone.
addicted and made us pay for it as soon
Yeah,
as
you
we turned
remember?
adults.
You remember when like the phone you had to talk after 9 o'clock or to get the
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
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 Make your
Yo,
own
We
ringtone.
actually
Yeah.
can.
I remember the first cell phone I got, man. I was like, I
a
went
bag
to.
phone.
That was my first cell phone.
I think mine was the Nokia, the one you're
Mhm.
talking about. I think that was my
Mhm.
first phone,
That
right?
was my
I
first.
went to I went to a mall and they said, hey, you want to sign up for a phone? And they were giving you $50, right? So I said, sure. Man,
But they're $50 minute cards.
that phone had nothing but 200
Oh, I forgot.
minutes on the phone. When I got my
But you walk
first
around
bill,
like you was Quincy Jones, boy.
facts. When I got my first bill,
New
that
York
shit
style.
never got paid, and that phone was cut off right then and there. My bill was over $1,000. I was like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, bro.
Who'd you sign up with? Sprint.
No, we don't have Sprint here. It's
I think
Bell.
one of
Oh,
my first phone was like a
Bell.
Nextel, kind of that
Yeah, mini
chirps,
cards.
church
Uh-huh.
phone.
but you could talk from
Oh,
here to Canada. If Anzo had a Nextel, as long as you had the towers,
what you
hey,
doing?
Church phones.
Oh
I,
yeah, you can
I
talk,
love
no
that, boy.
problem.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, man, them things were expensive, bro.
I've been in
My
South
favorite
Carolina
was the
before
flip
on the
phone.
Nextel and talked to somebody in Miami.
Shit.
I'm like, damn,
Okay.
boy.
Yeah, no. Never again, man. That they got me that time, man. Took me a minute to pay that shit off. And I actually paid it off too, you know what I mean? Over
You
time.
know they
But when
still
I
sell.
seen it,
They got a smart flip phone now. I just saw it in
Yeah.
what's that
Samsung
store?
Fold.
oh, the
Somebody
fold
else
one,
makes a
yeah.
No,
fold. Yeah.
it's an actual flip phone like the old ones, old style. It's a smartphone. I'm like, man, that's prehistoric right there, buddy.
Yeah, no, nobody don't want
I'm
that.
telling you. No, it don't look like that, Nadia. It look like the traditional flip phone, like
That's
Oh,
the
Samsung
old
there.
style.
Man,
That's
I would
Samsung.
lose that
this ain't
phone
my
every two
phone.
minutes.
But I'm
I'm
here to
about to
tell
tell
you,
you.
I,
That's not my phone.
Apple phone is the best. I go to people's houses
Nigga,
and they have them the keys.
Boo.
I be like, I mean, those what's up? What's the other one called?
Samsungs.
Yeah, I'm like,
Did you
bro.
see?
man,
Did you see
I'm like, what
the
kind of phone you
release for
have?
that fucking
The note
iPhone
with the pen.
I'd be
in the
like,
Emirates?
go to
Anzo,
the.
What's that?
did you see the release of the iPhone in the United Emirates? That
No.
they had this fucking little clip. They showed them thousands of men running to this mall like zombies, man. Zombies for that fucking phone. I can't
The,
believe it.
the
Bro,
new
I ain't worrying about
iPhone?
no phone. I
The
still got.
iPhone 15 Platinum there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
still got the iPhone with the home
What
button
does
on
the
it.
Platinum do? Does it make you get faster texts? Does it take better pictures? I don't understand what the big craze is of Platinum.
A
Is
phone
it
I
man
more
is
don't.
crazy because
storage?
it keeps you in debt. You never pay them suckers
Thank you,
off.
Danny. Thank you.
No.
You don't even
I,
own the phone no more. You got to give it back after the payments. That's to make it cheaper.
no,
And
you
then
don't. You
then they
don't.
No,
keep doing it.
there's new plans like that,
If
Anzo.
you don't
Oh,
get
the
it,
new
like,
ones, yeah, yeah.
if you don't get the new ones, then when you do the updates will kill your phone.
Yeah,
So I don't do any updates. Nope.
I thought that was iPhone's strategy at one point to make you
And
get
I'm
a new
telling you,
phone.
they are
Because
the
as soon as you update your
hardest.
phone, you have no more room on your phone.
They are the
Yeah, yeah.
hardest phones to try to get search
all the
warrants
phone
for too,
companies
boy.
rubbing their hand like Birdman right now. Like, yeah, y'all keep talking. Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Hey, man, these things are a blessing and a curse at the same time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
I'm telling you, I've been like have a conversation. Man, I sure wish I had a recipe
Some,
on burgers or something.
and
And
next
the
thing you
next time
know,
you
you
go on your phone, you
Phones
pull
are
up
cursed.
recipes about burgers. Like, man, they
facts,
listening.
facts. Yo,
Definitely.
just the other night, I got the Google Chrome up in here, right? And I'm playing my basketball, whatever, and I see those lights light up, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you listening at?" You know what I mean? What are you
Mm-hmm.
lighting up for? I didn't say
Ain't nobody
nothing to that
called
thing.
you.
You know what I
Has
mean?
has it ever started talking to you out of nowhere?
Yeah, yeah, it has.
Yep.
Hey, perp, my phone is free, bro. So as long as my work
A
provides
lot
me
of
with free
flexing going on
phones,
here
I
tonight too.
don't care.
Oh shit, amazing. All right, so we
See,
got a few more minutes left.
that's the
Yeah,
work
I'm ready.
phone with the home button and the personal phone. I don't care.
Yeah,
It's free.
Danny still has the home button. I got the 14. I I used to upgrade every year because I used to actually buy my phones just flat out, right? So it was like a G Note and up. But then I take the plan now, and you get the phone. So every 2 years, I upgrade my phone. So yeah,
That was another
it's
flex by Nzo, by the way.
Yeah, you saw how he flexed?
Yeah.
G. Yeah.
Every 2 years, just something slight, just that's it. That's all.
Yeah.
No.
Well, at the time, I didn't. For whatever reason, at the time, I didn't have a problem spending the money for the phone, right? Like flat out. The last one I spent flat out was, I think,
Hey,
the 13 or something like that, and it cost me almost 1,500.
spell it, perp. FREE. Okay, it could be the iPhone -2. As long as you're sucker free, I don't care. I still can talk to you. I talked to Nzo just on it the other day.
Facts.
Way up in Canada. Guess what?
Facts.
Hey, how you doing, bro?
Facts. So we're gonna get into the last topic here with a few minutes, and I don't know, you guys know what's going on with Russell Brand? You know who that is, Roberto?
Oh Lord.
That's my what's his name?
British guy.
The geek show with the geek taken to the freak, geek, whatever.
Yeah.
What's that movie he did?
That's a joint with P. Diddy in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you he's been going off. I told you he's been going off.
Get him to the grid.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
So you've noticed now that they're going after him, right, with sexual stuff.
No way.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me bring up this.
I knew it.
On him hard, boy. He look like he's where Kanye.
This ain't nothing new though, right?
You want to speak the truth? We'll get you.
Came out a couple of weeks ago, maybe.
It's kind of funny though. They're actually doing.
No, I mean like
someone that don't
he
look
was
like
always on some suspicious red flag type of shit, like all the time, right? Like I don't know.
Now he's calling out the powers.
He had a little bit of fame for a movie star, making a little bit of
that's him.
Funny movies, and now he.
I about to say I didn't even know who he was for a minute.
You don't remember? He used to be married to Katy Perry for a little bit,
right? Yep. And he's been very controversial with some of the stuff he's been saying, right? So he's been talking about, the vaccine and all kinds of stuff. Like he's been really political.
Hawaii, everything.
So now he did this video a few weeks ago, or about maybe a week
he's
ago.
saying that the Hawaiian fire was done on purpose.
Right.
Now, this isn't the usual type of video we make on this channel where we critique, attack, and undermine the news in all its corruption, because in this story, I am the news. I've received two extremely disturbing letters, or a letter and an email, one from a mainstream media TV company, one from a newspaper, listing a litany of extremely egregious and aggressive attacks, as well as some pretty stupid stuff like my community festival should be stopped, that I shouldn't be able to attack mainstream media narratives on this channel. But amidst this litany of astonishing, rather baroque attacks are some very serious allegations that I absolutely refute. These allegations pertain to the time when I was working in the mainstream, when I was in the newspapers all the time, when I was in the movies. And as I've written about extensively in my books, I was very, very promiscuous. Now, during that time of promiscuity, the relationships I had were absolutely always consensual. I was always transparent about that then, almost too transparent. And I'm being transparent about it now as well. And to see that transparency metastasized into something criminal that I absolutely deny makes me question, is there another agenda at play? Particularly when we've seen coordinated media attacks before, like with Joe Rogan, when he dared to take a medicine that the mainstream media didn't approve of. And we saw a spate of headlines from media outlets across the world using the same language. I'm aware that you guys have been saying in the comments for a while, watch out, Russell, they're coming for you. You're getting too close to the truth. Russell Brand did not kill himself. I know that a year ago, there was a spate of articles. Russell Brand's a conspiracy theorist. Russell Brand's right wing. I'm aware of news media making phone calls, sending letters to people I know for ages and ages. It's been clear to me, or at least it feels to me, like there's a serious and concerted agenda to control these kind of spaces and these kind of voices. And I mean my voice along with your voice. I don't mind them using my books and my stand-up to talk about my promiscuous consensual conduct in the past. What I seriously refute are these very, very serious criminal allegations. Also, it's worth mentioning that there are witnesses whose evidence directly contradicts the narratives that these two mainstream media outlets are trying to construct, apparently in what seems to me to be a coordinated attack. Now, I don't want to get into this any further because of the serious nature of the allegations, but I feel like I'm being attacked, and plainly they are working very closely together. We are obviously going to look into this matter because it's very, very serious. In the meantime, I want you to stay close, stay awake, but more important than any of that, if you can, please stay free.
So he's going through allegations. I think there's some rape allegations there as well. But the reason why I put up versus Jonathan Majors is because we already know the stuff that Jonathan Majors is going through, right? And there are videos up there that kind of pretty much show he's innocent. I believe he's innocent. But when Russell Brand had this stuff happen to him, everybody right away, he's innocent, he's being framed, he's this and that, right? Without even listening to the evidence of the woman that said she was raped by him or whatever. But when Jonathan Majors had his situation, he was dropped by his PR firm. You had a bunch of people running around saying he was guilty and he should be dropped by Marvel. And there is this disconnect between the two situations, and that's the issue that I seriously have with it, right? Because on one hand, one's innocent and everybody's saying he's guilty, and on the other hand, one may be guilty but they're saying he's innocent.
It's just a prime example of white privilege.
Exactly.
Is it that, or is one
Exactly.
bigger than the other?
No,
I don't think one's bigger than the other. I
no.
just think
Russell
that
Brand used to be really big. I mean,
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
used to be.
He ain't doing shit right
But that the allegations are coming from when he used to be really big. So my thing is
They
this
look for
something that's
something
just
to
come?
ruin you.
I just
And I'm
Like
not
you
saying
said,
that.
all the shit
I'm
you
not.
do will haunt you, right?
Yeah.
What's done in the dark will come to the light. It don't matter.
Mhm.
So my thing
When the
is,
time is right.
oh, that's funny.
yeah, when the time is right.
Go ahead, Danny. You were saying something?
Oh, I say that's funny. With Nadia, I don't want to pronounce your wrong name incorrect. Is it Nadia? How do I say
Nadia.
it?
Nadia. It's
Nadia.
like Medea, but with
Okay.
an N.
She used
That's
that Bible
easy.
quote now and then talk about she ain't gonna forgive people 30 minutes ago. They use the Bible quote now.
What?
I said, you use the Bible quote now about what happens in the dark will come to the light, quoting the scripture, and then 30 minutes ago you told you ain't gonna forgive people and this kind of stuff.
I ain't say I wasn't gonna forgive. I just want people to do better. Like it's bad. It's sad when you want better for people than they want for themselves. But anyway,
Yeah.
I forgive
You
you,
hit
but
a
like,
man
right?
in
You
time, that man wounds will heal.
Stop it.
what? What?
I tell you,
Stop
boy,
it.
low key on point tonight, boy. That's like in a different stratosphere.
Shout out to OG Bobby Johnson. Go ahead.
And supposedly some of the allegations are like real. Like this woman did a, and again, there's a documentary on it that Nerdman watched. I didn't get to watch it yet, but basically they were like, oh, this girl came out and said that he was raped, she was raped by him and stuff like that. And my thing is, another thing is, this is a pattern that we see all the time, right? When they are done with you, they dig up shit in your past and they try to, find things to get you. Because when your time is up,
But what's the
they
end
will come
game?
for you.
I don't
I don't
understand what's the
know.
end game. Why destroy somebody like Jonathan Majors who really don't have any power? If you
I
believe in
don't.
this conspiracy theory, if you believe in this so-called what's the Illuminati and all that kind of stuff,
Nah.
if you believe in that, and if you believe that there's a handful of people that control all of our fates here on Earth, like this conspiracy theory says, what could Jonathan Majors do to reveal them or to knock them off their seat of power? It makes no sense to me.
So here's the thing. I don't believe that. Like, I'm not the Illuminati type of dude and stuff like that. But I do believe that he might have done something in Hollywood that maybe, like you said, hey, we want you to take this role, but we got to put you in a dress. Nah, I did the photo shoot. I'm not gonna do the dress thing. Oh, really? Okay. Well, seeing as that you were the biggest thing in Hollywood at this point, we're gonna bring you down a peg, right? Because even if he gets off, he will always be. He'll never get to the level that he would have got to if he had stayed clean and just kept blowing up. You know what I mean? So I feel it's a way to keep him down. And it's like, hey,
Or he would have went down doing bad Marvel movies.
Watch, look, you've been fired all night. Now you jumping on.
Yeah, he had to go. He had to go. I'm sorry, look, he had to go. And I think even with this Russell Brand guy, I think he's been saying things that maybe some of the stuff he's saying, a lot of stuff he's saying is conspiracy stuff, but he may be touching on some real shit that they're like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like, there's gonna be people out there that believe that, so we have to shut him up.
He's touching when you're on a late night show, one of the most popular late night shows, and you're saying you're all scammers, you're involved, all you guys in the media are involved, all the networks are involved. You're incriminating everybody on national TV. Obviously, you twisted some tables that you shouldn't have. Crickets?
I didn't realize how many people were muted. I was waiting on somebody else to respond.
Oh, Daddy's muted. I've heard from JG in a while.
Yeah, I keep getting cut off, so I just sit back and say,
go ahead.
Speak your piece, JG. Speak your piece, bro.
Well, you know how it is, man. Usually when you're white, you're innocent to proven guilty. When you're black, you're guilty until proven innocent and still guilty after the fact. So, Russell Brand really probably touched on a topic that they didn't want to get out. I mean, look at Kevin Spacey. This man been messing with boys for I don't know how long. Why haven't they got him? He's got dirt on somebody in power, so they're gonna let him do whatever he wants to do. I'm just saying it. He gonna let him do whatever he wants to do because he knows if you bring me down, I'm taking all you down with me on some Denzel Washington shit. Pelican back. That's what he gonna do.
Didn't that guy they had in jail supposedly kill himself? Have too much information too?
Yeah, Weinstein? He probably killed him in jail.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
You talking about the dude that had the island?
Weinstein, yeah.
Yeah.
Epstein, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh no, they took him out. They took him out.
So
he had no way of hanging himself, but yet he hung himself.
Now, you see, here's the thing, and I'm gonna be fuck it. Okay, I'm gonna be a little bit controversial here. Fuck it, I don't care. Because at the same time, like I said, when I say I see this pattern, right? Now, granted, I know what he did, and he's not innocent 100%. You know what I mean? But some of the stuff that they were saying that R. Kelly did, I just don't believe. And I think this is what they do with everybody that they're trying to get. They try to
stop.
No, listen to me. They try to add things on to make it seem worse. So, for example, Jonathan Majors, when this shit happened with him, right? About a week later, article came out and was like, oh, there's other victims. We ain't heard nothing about these other victims yet, right? Now, with this guy, Russell Brand, all this stuff is coming out, and then boom, all of a sudden, there's a woman crying rape. And I feel like what they do is, okay, so one, they let you get away with it. They know what you're doing in Hollywood, right? If you're in that industry, they know what you're doing. People talk, exactly. They know what you're doing. And they allow you to do it.
That's my thing about Bill Cosby. They let him go down alone, but he was not the only one that should have went down in that situation. Nor should R. Kelly be the only person that went down because a whole bunch of people was facilitating all of this. But like you said, like someone said earlier, I'm sorry, forgive me who said it. If you don't have dirt on somebody else, then you going down by yourself, alone. You ain't got no dirt on nobody. Seems
like you're ready. Ready for some prison time.
And
He
that's
was
the
sitting
thing.
there. He was telling us the whole time, and we wasn't listening.
Yeah,
We was
the
trying to hear
whole
something
time.
else.
And
I
that's the
don't
thing
care,
that
man. I'm still
The
gonna listen
music
to R.
was
Kelly.
great.
I'm sorry.
The
He's
music
I
still
was
still,
awesome.
I still listen. Yeah,
R&B,
I,
like on
I
real.
still, I still listen to his music. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Listen,
I can't.
I can separate the artist from what he did, and
It's
I
what he's
like his
saying,
music.
and I'm thinking about
But
when it goes to.
but you see, that's the
So,
thing.
but
I
you
don't.
still step in the name of love, don't you?
Like you ready?
No,
Yeah, I don't. I
it
don't
depends
listen
on where
to.
he's stepping at. Is
No,
he
no.
at a
When I
school dance? Is he at a prom? What the fuck is he at?
no when I listen to when I listen to his music, I don't think of it that way, right? Plus, he has a lot of songs that got me through some of my hardest times of my life, so that's why I listen to it, right?
Your mind is telling me no, but your body. I
I'm talking
said,
But
wait
about.
a minute.
we don't listen. I mean, some people, I can't listen to those songs, but I'm going to listen
My
to the whole
body.
TP2.com. I am listening to
I
all that.
wish, right? I
Your
wish. You know what
mind
I
is
mean?
telling me no.
I wish,
You're
I
basically
wish.
My
saying that you
body,
saying no,
my
but
body telling me
your body. I'm looking at your body. Your body saying yeah, but your mind, you telling me no. But hey,
Hey,
You
No,
don't read
his
minds,
mind
so
was
how you
telling
know
him
his
no
mind tell
because
you no?
I don't.
You don't read.
and,
Nobody on the planet can read minds. Until a woman
and
say
nah,
no,
somebody
then
saying
it's yes.
and
man was
here's
on
the thing.
videotape. Say this is brother.
That's not
No.
true.
Here's the thing.
This is my
You're
brother.
only hold on. You're only
He was
saying
just
that
like,
now because of the times we're in. But back then, when that song came out,
Yeah,
oh,
I bet
everybody
you low
was
key
singing.
would. I can
My
see
body's
that, boy.
telling me
yes,
no. You know what I mean? Ain't no
yes.
one thinking about.
Diamond dance to the dance. Seems like real.
TP2.com.
But
What you talking about?
I'm trying.
Can I get some braids, please? Somebody braid my hair.
All I'm saying is
Feeling on my
one.
booty.
Yeah, 100%.
I said my
And
booty is yours.
yeah, it is your
He said
booty, and that's
boo.
you said
He said it in
you
the
said
front.
What?
Boo.
you said my
booga
booty.
booga
You see how fast I said yes? I'm like, yes, 100%.
Yeah.
No, but I think they add a lot of charges to it to make it look worse. Like if you watch that Surviving R. Kelly documentary,
Nah, I ain't watching.
oh my god, man. I'm sorry. There's just a
He's
lot of
right.
things in there that I just did not believe. I'm like,
I watched the Boondocks.
you guys are just trying to make it look worse than it actually is. I
Yes.
don't believe that he had these fucking girls in a room not feeding them for days. I don't believe that. You know what I mean? I don't believe some of the things that they were saying in there, and it just felt to me like you're just adding on to it. That's
Hey, you
right,
got
Danny.
chick.
But
Who
Danny, we
is
just
playing
right.
the song?
He had a
But
song called "Trapped in the Closet." Like, I mean, come on, man.
That was a series,
It's a
and it had
signs.
stop.
Trapped
The
in
first-
the closet.
Low
the first
key,
10
don't
were
make
good.
me get a search warrant and check your playlist. 'Cause I guarantee you it's full of R. Kelly songs.
Facts.
The R
Jay,
is on the
you think that-
playlist. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now.
You
Yes,
see,
R
there
is
you
on
go.
Nas on there too.
Yeah, he could take him off.
What Street
You
Dreamer? The remix of Street Dreams.
Man,
All
the
of it. He got
remix
two
to
songs on there. I think.
Ignition. When that song came out, the remix to Ignition. Oh my lord, those things were. Listen, man. R.
Who
Kelly
didn't want
says
that
in
hair
one of
halfway
his
braided?
R. Kelly says in one of his songs
Go half
that
on the baby?
were more. Oh yeah,
Nah,
absolutely. That's what I was gonna
I
say.
ain't gonna do that now.
No, that's what he said. Most of his songs, like in the '90s, like he says, babies were born to his music, and 100%. Like he
Oh yeah.
probably is the one artist who had, like, you know what I mean. When they talk about the baby boom, it's because they were listening to R. Kelly
That
music.
and I Presley, what's the guy?
Which one?
Isley Brothers.
Oh, the Isley Brothers. Yeah. R.
Did he
Kelly.
do a
Ain't
song
on
with?
the
Did he do a
top.
song with Isley Brothers?
He did.
Yeah, he
Two
did
tone.
Mr.
Two.
Big.
Yeah, he did too.
Contagious.
This is
and,
Mr.
what's the first?
Big. What the hell
Yeah, we
is
don't
going
sing. We don't
on?
sing Contagious no
Green
more
was
because
gone
the
wrong.
pandemic killed that for us.
Yeah, right. Cult leader, right?
You Contagious? No, don't touch me.
And then when they got him
This
for the
TV series gonna
RICO
be crazy.
charge. You know what I mean? They got him.
Rico's a catch-all, boy. They're trying to get Trump with the RICO charge now.
Okay.
It's the
Try
catch-all.
again.
I think that's the charge they go to when they can't get you for what
It's a
they really
catch-all.
want to get you.
Yeah, they can prove you did any kind of criminal activity. They can link you to it.
Think about the person that came up with these laws. Like, yeah, that'd be a good one right there. That's gonna be a good one.
Hey, I'm gonna say this: most of the laws they came up with were for us. Trust me on that one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I knew it could not stay
Let him
off
fall
of
back.
this.
We get him in 5 years.
No,
He good.
I don't blame you,
We get him
Daddy.
in
You
5.
just doing your job. You're not the lawmaker. You know
Nah,
what I mean?
Danny,
You just
you
doing
gotta
your
be
job.
involved. Now,
You're not the lawmaker. You're not the lawmaker. But
I'm about
I
to go
just
watch
think
Boys in the Hood.
I just think that when it comes to these type of things, they just try to push this, like make it worse than it is. I'm with you. There's so many people that should have been arrested, not just R. Kelly. You know what I mean? So I don't know. For me, I just think they enableize this shit way too much, man.
Rest in peace, Elihu.
Hey, listen. Jay-Z was trying to get Aaliyah. Damon Dash was trying to get her already, so he wasn't the only
Of
one.
age, especially Dame Dash. Of age.
Yeah, but
Jay-Z, we know of.
She was still young. She wasn't no
Age ain't no money,
teenager.
but she knew what she was singing.
She
And-
wasn't no
Nah.
teenager, but she was still young. She was a young
Yeah, yeah.
adult, just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when Jay-Z met Beyonce at 19.
Right, and when
Hey,
Jay-Z was trying
true.
to get Aaliyah, she was underage. So
Aaliyah told him that she needed a resolution. So why y'all tripping for?
I don't hear nobody saying nothing about Jet Li. I mean,
what about him?
he was of age.
Jet Li?
Yeah.
Hey, you can't believe nobody got a hat on that said hustle.
Oh shit. Great show, guys, man. It was good. I appreciate everybody that came in. I'm gonna let you guys run around the panel so you can
Hey,
talk
Danny, you want to
about
watch
the
Straight Outta Compton with me?
No, sir.
All right.
JG, shout out your channel.
Catch me right here Wednesday nights on the O.O.C with the great Nzo, the great Roberto, and the amazing, the outstanding, the stupendous, always man of the hour. Mister, you can hate me now, but I won't stop now because I can't stop now. Danny, aka the Road to Wisdom. Also catch me with my homie Superwise talking that geek stuff.
Yes.
I could see JG in the mirror before the show. All right, so I can say the super duper Danny. No, that doesn't work. Let me see. What can I say? Oh my god! Like get off of Danny's nutsack.
Sounds like hating.
Hype man for sale right here. Let's go.
Hey.
Low key, where can they find you in India?
Everything.
We're gonna be live tomorrow, Loki Cave.
Hanzo.
Danny, you should give me a shout out like that. You know what I mean? Say,
So I give you one.
No, I don't want it. I'm good. I don't trust you. Loki.
We're gonna be Wild Things tomorrow, retro review, little 90s thriller. Friday we're doing Beats and Mics.
Yeah, that's what I
was
said.
hot in the pants, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Somebody used to
Oh,
watch
Danny knows
the movie.
Danny knows the movie. I was like, nah, I'll pass on the Wild.
Man, we watch Soul Food. Why we can't watch Wild Things?
Oh, Soul Food's fire though.
I know, and they had a bunch of shit going on. But anyway, we're gonna do Beats and Mics Friday. New Lil Wayne coming out. Gonna talk about that and a couple of new music. And Sunday, of course, Saw 10.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm going to see it. I'm going to see it tomorrow.
It comes out tomorrow?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going tomorrow.
No, it come out 29. Yeah, it come out tomorrow. You do 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I got my tickets for tomorrow already. What do you mean, Danny?
I gotta look.
Don't watch no horror stuff.
Yeah, but that's you. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna check out the creator too.
Saw 10?
Yeah, I saw 10, Roberto.
What the fuck?
Man, you would love Spiral with Chris Rock.
But it's actually, I was just about to say that, Roberto. It's actually 11.
A lot of good cop drama in there too.
With Chris Rock.
11.
Oh yeah, the way they were killing each and every one of those cops was amazing. 100%.
What would happen in real life?
Yeah, we know.
Tales from the Hood. That first episode. You remember the first episode of Tales from the Hood?
You know what movie to watch? What is it? The one with Chadwick Boseman, 21 Blocks? Yeah, watch that one. Danny
Yeah,
loves
that's
that
a good movie.
one. With all the crooked
All
cops
them
in it,
crooked
Danny.
ass cops. I'm like, what
About
the?
to go watch Copland.
Shout out your channel, Danny.
Danny, you can find me Monday through Fridays on my channel, The Road to Wisdom. Try to give you a word of the day, quote of the day, scripture of the day. Also, next Monday, this upcoming Monday, we will be reviewing two movies in particular: The Expendables, the latest one, and Equalizer 3. So I gotta go watch them this weekend so I can be able to talk on them. But definitely enjoyed it. Always a good time here whenever you're not bashing.
Hey, great,
Okay.
great conversation, man. I appreciate all you guys coming in and
When you say you're doing the reviews, bro?
Monday.
Monday.
Okay.
You free Monday?
We'll shoot you a link if you're free.
Yeah, if y'all want to come through, yeah, I'll jump on there. Equalizer 3 and Expendables 4. Expendables 4 got to be movie of the year.
What?
He's joking. Go watch our review. He's joking.
I should have to tell you that, man. That's messed up.
Roberto.
Well, you can find us here Wednesday nights, 9:00. I like to say you can see us on Square One, but since the guy who's hosting the show didn't mention it, why should I, right?
We're gonna be. What did I tell y'all on text?
Yeah, maybe you can share with the peeps. They might tune in on Saturday and get disappointed in the show.
4:00 is the time I'm gonna be.
There you go.
Unless my
4:00
boss
when?
calls
This Saturday?
me. Yeah, this Saturday. Now, my boss called me, then all
You
bets
got to
are
do what
off.
you got to do, Danny. You got to
But
do what
he's
you got to
not.
do.
And I got a lot of topics because now Dame Dash is now going to be Milwaukee Bucks. I'm excited to talk about that. Dallas Cowboys looking like the Stinkatron team that they are. I'm excited about that. Washington Redskins like they might get their name back. I'm excited about that. So there's a lot of good things to talk about.
All right. We got some
You
good
don't like the
topics.
Commanders?
No.
What?
Oh wait, Nadia, you watch football?
Who, me?
I
Did you
mean,
just say
Nadia.
Yeah, Nadia.
What the?
no, I don't watch football, but I mean, I know what's going on and I pay
I
attention.
got
Disrespectful,
you.
man.
I got you. What's disrespectful? What?
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 You talking about the NFC East all around is just disrespectful. That's all.
No, I'm a Commanders fan.
That's all. You too? Are y'all the Redskins or the Commanders? Which one are y'all?
We
What
want to be the
are y'all?
Redskins, but guess
We
what?
will be Redskins again.
We don't own the name.
I hope Magic Johnson changed y'all name again. Hell, man.
He's trying to buy the Giants, didn't he?
Somebody
I
was
mean-
sitting in there and said, Commanders, that's the one. That's it. That's it.
I'm like, what does that mascot even look like?
you're
Like, what
probably
the hell?
right.
How do
They
you
ain't got no
represent that?
mascot.
They don't have a mascot, do they?
No.
They ain't got a
I haven't seen
mascot.
one.
They ain't. What's the symbol
They
look
don't
like?
have
What's the
no
colors? Like, what the?
It's a
They
big
ain't
W.
even changed.
It's a big W. The
They
same
ain't
color,
changed
just a
nothing.
big W.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Y'all gonna move
What
to
they-
Virginia in a minute.
What they should do is put Cobra Commander there as their mascot.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, that works, right?
They should change the Steelers
Anything better than
to
that.
Mike Tomlin in a doggone overall
Oh, here we go.
with whip marks on his back.
Here we go with the black man hate from Danny
Who your
again.
team?
Here we go.
Who your team,
shit.
Alonzo?
Steelers.
Yeah.
Steelers.
He like Michael Tomlin. That's who he like.
I bet you be
Nah.
watching the Dark Knight Rises over and over. The Steelers.
Never. Yeah, man. So make sure you guys are there for Square One on Saturday. You know me, Big Ford Entertainment. Sunday will be the Ahsoka Roundtable, so we will be talking about that.
God, these picks get better. It smell like a rotten skunk.
And yeah, and I guys remind me. I think there is a game at 9:00 on Saturday. I think it's either this week or next week. So we're gonna have to get the picks in early for that game. But other than that, man, I appreciate everybody that came into the chat. Tony Robinson, Jack Laws, Perp Minded, Tamika's Den. Who else was in here? Jason Lee Tucker was in here. Chillmonger was in here. I sent him the link, but I guess he got tired. Basal was in the house. Shifty Gism was in the house. Keely Chow, Dewan, Jason Lee. Thank you guys for all popping in, man. It's always a pleasure. You know, so Basil was here as well. Thank you guys again. Tony Robinson. I'm with Onzo. Nolan is a hack. Thank you, Tony, my man. Exactly. With that being said, peace, guys. and Rebel Moon is going to suck ass.
No, don't say that.
Peace.
Man.
Lift me up, hold me down, keep me close, safe and sound. Drowning in an endless sea. Take some time and stay with me. In the strength of your arms, keep me safe, safe and sound. Got me. Yeah, we are. Hold me down. Keep me safe,
Not me.
safe and sound.
Greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. And like that,